Yes. Why is the hell starting out so poorly? Need to change video resolution. The fuck?
It's because we're poor.
The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
And now the mic's on. My hat magically turned backwards.
No, it didn't.
I was listening to Richard Dawkins and I was like, whee!
Did he blow your mind? Your mind, your brain. That's what matters.
Why does it say that?
It says that because he has fanboys everywhere.
It's saying my video resolution's too much.
It's because he blew our minds.
Even though I've left it the same as it was before. Whatever. So we're going to listen to 7 Harsh Truths about religion from Richard Dawkins, the master.
Wait. You gotta say it like this. 7 Harsh Truths about religion, starring the god, my dad, daddy figure, Richard Dawkins. Look at his hair. Look at him. He knows all.
Don't shade already. Don't shade.
Nah, man, it been happening. You just here for the sequel. No, it's because these guys make these videos and it's like 7 times a whiny liberal fell to Richard Dawkins. It's like, what? What is this? You know? This ain't ESPN. 7 best plays of the week. Like, what's going on?
Oh, these arguments have turned into infotainment.
Infotainment.
Yeah.
Base hit, bitch. Oh.
No. He's won for his last 15. There's like, let's make that 1 for 16. Let's do that instead. Yes.
Mr. 350.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Alright. So let's hear these arguments from Richard Dawkins while I hit a home run. Studs.
If you base medicine on science, you cure people. If you base the design of planes on science, they fly. If you base the design of rockets on science, they reach the moon. It works, bitches.
People who would say, Dawkins, I believe in Jesus or
What he
whatever.
said, he's like,
Wait. That was one of them?
did you?
That was it?
Did you hear that? Go back. That's it.
I heard
Bitches.
scientists create medicine,
Yeah.
heals people.
It works.
It's like, no offense, but you can have the basis, the foundation of an idea that can lead to those things too. If your basis is, I feel morally obligated to heal people, then you'll find medicine. I think that's the underlying thing. And I think that's the thing that, even though they probably fall short, I think that's the thing that religion's trying to go for. The underlying thing.
I think that was the main idea
Right?
to begin with.
That's a poor one. Right?
That sucked.
That should be longer than... It's
Yeah,
because he said bitches at the end.
Well, because like, I'm pandering to my fans. Yay! That's what they did. Look, they look how quiet it is.
People who
Moon. It works, bitches.
people who would say, Dawkins, I believe in Jesus or whatever God they decide, and I felt the presence of the Lord. I have had that personal experience in a way that whatever you say with fancy Darwin talk, I have felt it the way I felt this chair.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
Well, I mean, I'm not impressed by that because there are a similar number of people who are Hindu, brought up Hindus, and say I felt the presence of Lord Krishna and etc. I mean, there are all sorts of illusions that the human brain is very capable of creating, and
that's an illusion. Those people are
yeah.
those people deluded? Those people that say they have had a religious experience?
I think they are. Yes.
Those people who say that we have experienced a miracle, that God has interceded in the world.
Yes, most definitely.
That's a delusion.
Yes.
The notion that raising Lazarus from the dead.
Oh, of course. I mean, that kind of story happens so easily. It happens to this day. There are all sorts of people reporting miracles all the time, and we don't. You don't believe them because it doesn't happen to chime in with the religion in which you were brought up.
Many people have criticized you, and when they read the God delusion, you, for example, you talk about the Jewish God, and you say genocidal, homophobic, racist. You use very provocative terms.
Well, that's the Abrahamic God, which is the God of the Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Yes.
Yeah, you are absolutely provocative on your descriptions.
Read Leviticus, read Deuteronomy. I don't need to do any more than just quote.
But is that a caricature to take the worst or the most fundamentalist, literalist readings of it, as opposed to the thousands of years of evolution of all of those religions?
Two things to say about that. One is that there are many people in this world who do take the Bible or the Quran literally, and literally do think that you should stone homosexuals to death or whatever it might be. That's the first thing to say. The second thing to say is that even those people who don't say that, those people who have, as you say, evolved, have moved on. They have moved on for secular reasons. We've now abolished slavery. We now give equal rights to women. We now give votes to women. That's nothing to do with Scripture. That's nothing to do with the Bible. That's come about in spite of the Bible. And people have now gone back to the Bible and said, oh, well, we'll leave out that bit. We'll leave out that bit.
Although some would say the abolishment of slavery was very much inspired by the Bible, even though slavery might have been the same.
Well, you've got to be joking because what you're saying is that you can, if you look through the Bible, pick a verse. You can probably.
I didn't mean to pause it.
How dare you?
Either way, well, the secular part,
How dare you interrupt the God, Dawkins?
well, he's saying like secular ideas are what got rid of slavery and gave women rights and shit like that. It's nah, I think it was the secular idea that allowed slavery in the first place, and
It's like, listen,
took away women's rights. And like, I'm bigger and stronger than you.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Like, Bill,
I don't think that was a religious.
do you
type
want to
of
mow the
thing.
lawn, or do you want to let that thing do it? Well, I'll look past it. It's like, see, it's okay.
What I think is
Ugh, fuck.
secular ideas sort of found their way in these books that are meant to be spiritual based.
Again, yeah.
They're meant to be like mentally contemplated, not acted out. But instead, the secular, like, we need to do this as a law.
My theory is in like during at some point in history that was the main purpose, you know. But then someone decided to fuck with it and put all this ridiculous shit in there, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was like stone the gay people and you are not a person. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's in there, but like just ridiculous shit, you know. And then there was the theory upon, like, you know, the theory with that is to control the mass populace, you know.
Yeah, I think they're almost trying to use like a secular version of God.
Yeah.
This is what God's want. This is what God wants.
Listen,
This is
guys,
laws.
God isn't you. He's separate from you. A totally different being. But you're made in his image. It's like, see how ass backwards that is?
There's something he said in the beginning where I was like, let him finish.
You know, it's like, I'm like, you know, they talk as if it's some separate being. You know, then they say you're made in his image. And it's like, don't you see how that contradicts things? Don't you see how it can make perfectly good sense? As someone said they might have tampered with this thing and loosely translated.
Yeah.
That's a big one. You ever heard about how they translated these things? The texts? It's like fucking like what? Like one word can mean a number or a bunch of other shit. It's insane.
Symbol, yeah.
So it's like, it's really weird when someone's like, I have the answer. See, it's right here. It's like, do you know the history of that? Do you? No. I'm like, great. Now you're gonna be just as silly as everybody else who's like, there's no such thing. You're absolutely wrong. I know there isn't, because that book is silly. It's like, well, no shit, you know. Like, you can't have a book that says, you know, I didn't say it was interesting. I said it's kind of silly, because if you have a book that says something like, ooh, love thy neighbor, but kill him. It's like, what? Who put that in there? See how that contradicts things, you know?
Yeah, treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, it's like, well...
You reap what you sow,
yeah.
Those type of things.
It's very, you know, very rarely do the subjects of why. Well, because it's in the Ten Commandments. So?
Yeah.
I said suck, it's like, oh, you forgot. The 11th commandment, it's on the other side of the tablet. It says suck dick once a day. What are you going to do? Just saying, if it says something, I'm not saying it's immoral, right? If you do it, you know, like kill, it says actually kill others that are different than you, you know? It's like, I'm sure a lot of people won't do it, but do you see how?
I'm pretty sure, like 100 years from now.
Hold on, I just make a point. These things are very rarely looked at as like, well, why are we not to do these things? Because they're rules, or is it because they're immoral? You know, very rarely, and that's why guys like this can go.
Partially. Well, with the book itself, the books themselves, you can do that.
Yeah, that's what I meant with the book. Like the guy standing, ha, that's ridiculous. Look at this. You walking contradiction in your dress and your staff. You wizard. Like, what?
Right. You know, like the Bill Hicks joke. The Bill Hicks joke where he's talking about, he's, you know, mocking these people. Saying like, well, God put dinosaur bones there to test us.
Like cognitive dissonance, much, right?
I think like 100 years from now, people are going to be like, God put the Bible here to test us, to see if we'd really keep slaves.
God put LeBron James there just to see if I could jump as high as him. And dinosaur bones. That's the other thing. It's like, oh, well, even though I would agree, it is a test, but not nearly the one you're thinking of. Well, that guy that challenged my opinion, he's just a test for me. He's a test for my faith sent by the Lord. I'm not worthy. It's like, I don't mean to make fun of it, but it's just ridiculous when you think about it. It's like, can you please stop viewing this?
When you box it in like that, yeah.
This projection,
100%.
Which is you, God, and it's connected to everyone, which is why it's somewhat of, I used to like to use the word, you know, favorably. I heard someone else use it. Universe. It's like, no. We are lesser. It is separate. He's in this. It's in the sky. By sky, I mean, you know, not because there's someone in the sky. It's like, no, it's the idea of someone's above and we're here. We're trying to get our way up there.
I think some do believe that it's like in the stars somewhere. God's looking down on us.
What I'm saying is, it's an idea.
Jimmy, you cheated on your math test.
Yeah. No, it's like you cheated on your math test. You will pay for your lack of faith. Oh, did you stroke the strudel? You'll pay for your lack of discipline. It's like, what I mean is this idea that there's levels and we're on the bottom, and if we fail, we'll downgrade hell. We'll downgrade. Oh, he'll turn his backs on us. It's like, don't you guys see how it's just more of like, it's more of a spectrum rather than, well, I'm a higher being than you. It's like, what? Fuck, that's fucked up, you know? Like, what?
Well, that's partially the reason why there are such like heavy atheists, and they're trying to get the word out. It's their fight back.
Yeah, but they also
to prop themselves up a bit. I think
they're like fighting with like, you know, tree branches. You know? It's like.
But I remembered his initial point that.
It's like, it's preposterous. It says you kill gay people. That's silly. Wow, I couldn't figure that out myself.
Well, all right. The person asking the question, he's like, what about people who've had empirical, I wouldn't say empirical, I'd say tangible spiritual experience. You know, like it's like, can't that be the grace of God or whatever the fuck he says?
Tangible religious experience.
Yeah, like I know it. I know I'm experiencing this right now.
It's someone.
Hold on. And then Dawkins responds with,
got smacked down there. Look.
Dawkins responds with, well, if you just ask someone else on the other side of the world, a Hindu person, they'll say it's Krishna. It's like, so what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
It means plenty, actually.
It's like, wait a minute. All right, why don't you investigate the feeling itself?
Yeah.
He immediately writes it off and goes, well, it's just a phenomenon of the brain. It's like,
well, one man in one religion says he knows God, and one man in another religion says he knows Allah. It's completely different. It's preposterous. Like, investigate the feeling, investigate the idea, because maybe these guys lack the words to communicate. You know, I felt this feeling that again, this dude that says it, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But based off that little like exchange there, it's like, I don't think you know.
I think he skips over that. I think he'll, at this point in time...
No. I meant the other guy.
The other guy was arguing for religion.
I know, but there's the little exchange there. I'm like, even if you don't have the words for it, I don't think you know.
I think he's speaking from his... maybe he's not. I don't know.
Hey, man, hold on.
He might be describing what other people are...
Yeah, bitch. Oh, 2 outs. Fuck.
Anyway,
well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, are we reiterating something else that we've heard, and from that, hearing that, we have some sort of experience, or versus a personal one-on-one, an individual's experience, you know, like solely. I'm not saying it can't be any external content, but yours, you know, not his, not he told you and you got the goosebumps and oh God.
Nonetheless, I don't mind the question. I just don't like. I just don't think he has the experience to put it into, to take it out of the religious context and put it into something more, whatever you want to say, philosophically or metaphysically grounded, to where Dawkins wouldn't have an answer for. I don't think.
To where Dawkins can't bulldoze him.
Let's move on to numbers.
Beast mode. Dawkins went beast mode.
Number 6.
Number 5.
Oh wait, it is number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Don't read them anymore, and that's what people do.
In Iran, where I've been to all 3 axes of evil countries. By the way, I think I'm the only writer who can say that.
Don't read them anymore, and that's what people do.
In Iran, where I've been to all 3 axes of evil.
He called Iran as part of the axis of evil. I don't know why I used the word evil, but whatever.
It's like, you know what that means? Or using words we don't know. Come on, this way. It's hush, it's time.
As soon as you have military plans, I already distrust you as an intellectual. That includes Sam Harris, Hitchens.
Oh, military plans, like what?
Like, we need to wipe out terrorists. In that sense.
Well, listen,
saying Islam's the cause of the religion of Islam. Even though
he
a lot of these guys
he said Islam is the cause of the religion of Islam? That's what you just said.
No, Islam is the cause of terrorism.
Oh, he said that. Harris.
They basically say that.
If you're correct, they are dangerously wrong.
He may not have said those direct words, but the reason he brings up religion is to say, look at these, look at the jihadists throwing homosexuals off buildings, and
that's just as much as a valid argument as, well, it's the guns. Look, the guns made them do it, you know.
Which is why,
like,
why I think he makes an argument for moral objectivity, just so he can place them down here. Right? There's a difference between the Dalai Lama and Ted Bundy, right? It's like, yeah, but that doesn't discount Ted Bundy's whatever ideas.
Yeah, you can't limit his ideas.
Say, hey man, tell us his ideas before you act them out. Let's hear the ideas first. Sam Harris like, no, throw them away.
Fuck. It's like you said the other day. No, you're being honest. You're being very honest. About it. It's like the kid that you said, the mass shooter. And he's like, I'm rich. I'm good looking. Why don't they like me?
fuck's his name?
He's in some car, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Fuck.
let's not discount this. Like
Elliot Rogers.
Yeah, let's not discount what he's saying. He's like, What did Sarian say? Sarian was like, a sane person in an insane world may become,
Well, what I assumed was that possibly became a narcissist seeing all of this shit in entertainment, like the rich suburban kid who watches the OC.
My bad.
Like,
I didn't mean to call him sane.
Like,
Just
people
observant.
People who act this way seem to. Well, first of all, you might want to even bring it to his parents divorcing. That might have had some sort of trauma to his life.
Sure.
And then he's like, I need to get a girl. It's like, how do you get a girl?
Well, yeah. That's what I mean.
Be nice.
It's like this.
I can look this way. I can have these
like,
things.
I don't get it. Why don't girls like me? I'm handsome. I meet the qualifications. I'm 8 out of 10. It's like,
listen, kid, you're a narcissist. You need to do some work now. Welcome to the jungle.
It's like, what are you doing in my car? Get out of my car. You just say that. It's like all of a sudden you're in his car. Like, get out of my car.
Hey, listen, man.
It's like,
you can always just cop out.
No, dude. It's like, listen, dude. Listen, kid. You're a narcissist. Did you spit my Gatorade bottle? Get the fuck out of my car. Just sees you fucking running down the street and shit. Flo's like, I told him not to run down the street.
Alright.
I mean, Flo Rio, the rapper.
Gotcha.
In Denver, Colorado.
Number 5.
And that's what people do.
In Iran, where I've been to all 3 axis of evil countries. By the way, I think I'm the only writer who can say that. You're not allowed to sentence a woman who is a virgin to death, even though she may have committed, in the eyes of the mullahs, a capital crime, perhaps by showing her hair too often or her limbs. She can't be sentenced to death. But religious law means she can be raped by the Revolutionary Guards and she's not a virgin anymore. And then they can kill her. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law used to be considered the motto of Satanism, as I recall. Divine permission given to people who think they have God on their side enables actions that a normal, morally normal unbeliever would not contemplate. The mutilation of genitalia of children. Who would do that if it wasn't decided that God wanted it? Morally normal and intelligent people find themselves saying fatuously wicked things when this subject comes up. The suicide bombing community is entirely faith-based. The genital mutilation community is entirely faith-based. Slavery is mandated by the Bible. You keep hearing how many abolitionists were Christians. Well, it was about time.
Yeah, but bad ideas, those are from some other book we haven't found yet. It's we're talking about this, the suicide bombings, not the drone strikes from our U.S. government. No. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, see the big contradicting idea here? And we figure out, it's not really a belief. It's not, my bad. It's not really a religion, which I believe to be extremely overlooked as far as it being neutral. Now, to be fair, I haven't...
Religion?
Huh?
Say that again? What's neutral?
As far as when you look at the 10 Commandments, maybe it's not fair for me to say it is because
I'm saying it's like up to the reader.
Yeah.
Run, you fat fuck. I mean, you hefty boy.
Damn, dude, that's the first time I heard you call him a fat fuck. Gary Sanchez.
Because I love him. In a heterosexual way.
What you hiding, man?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
Yep. And then they make the choice whether it's, gotta do it. It's like, what?
I think a lot of these dudes, he's talking about Iran. I don't know how reliable that is to talk about as a...
Well, I'm not going to pretend like I know that, because I've not studied it. I've not looked into it at all. Not enough. Not enough. But for me just to ignore... Well, I haven't studied it, so I can't really say anything. No. I have studied something else, and that's, morality. So, you cannot escape the question of, well, I mean, it's very simple, guys. When Billy reads the pages of the Bible, he automatically becomes possessed and he acts its will out. It's like, no.
Yeah.
He feels obligated to it. There's nothing he can do about it now. He's a lost cause. He's going to stone the gay boy next door. It's like, no, man.
Well, if you look at it socially, I think a lot of these dudes are just... They might just be in it for money. When it comes to terrorist groups, like, I can sort of make a living doing this compared to bombed out farmlands and shit like that.
Being a warlord and all that, Hey, not the other thing was interesting. I'm not saying they automatically like, oh, I'm possessed. I don't mean that. I mean when someone's not aware of, like, more like what, they probably aware of it without the word itself, morality or morals. But I mean, it's a choice, at the end of the day. So no matter what, like, we eliminated them, we wiped them all out. It's like, you'll find something else to get angry at, You'll be writing another book about how the evangelicals are the next ones to go. Until these guys that are the leaders or intellectuals are all left in some sort of weird white room where we got rid of everything. The universe is now void.
So we need to eliminate movies now. People are dressing up as the Joker and trying to bomb ferries.
I think they should have I think they should have stars rating on them, and they should have psychological tests before they see movies. I think you should just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Okay.
And a lot of it is, like you were saying, I'm sort of interpreting this way. Just maybe, you could say subconsciously doing it in order to get a certain thing. That, like, I really don't want my wife sleeping with anyone else, so we should make a law that wraps her in this shit. No one sees her, and if anyone else touches her, we beat the fuck out of them, and they die. This girl here, she's promised to me in marriage, thanks to the will of Allah, and if anyone fucks with this virgin woman that I own now, we get to beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, a lot of people will probably get offended when I say something like,
So, like, they're just running away from that American idea of, like, tits and ass everywhere.
You forgot, it's tits, ass, and paychecks.
Yes. Oh, they'll take the paychecks.
Yeah, but
that shit is universal.
But it's not complete. It's not complete. See,
I hated money when I was, like, 19. I was like, yo, this is a problem. Obviously, I was immature. I was like, this is the problem. Money's the problem.
Yeah, I heard.
Even these guys that are, like, claiming, like, religious, I blow things up because I'm some sort of religious sacrifice. Even those guys are like, 100 million, you said?
100 million? No, Jordan. They don't care about money. They care about 22 virgins in heaven. It's like
the lower level guys do that have no idea what $100 million is like.
Their frontal lobes aren't developed enough. They can't think for themselves.
But the guys who are like, they're the guys who are never putting on suicide vests.
Yeah, it's like, yo.
Or never doing the action itself.
What about Bin Laden, man?
We'll take them.
What's good with him? He's a billionaire. Him and his family.
I don't know if he was a billionaire.
Oh, his family?
He's rich.
His family.
Was it a billionaire?
I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire. Or was.
Alright, let's move on. Number 4.
Number 4.
Oh, no,
5.
We might.
Number 5.
Might still be.
I said number 5.
Okay.
That they took a stand against it, having mandated it for so long. So it's not.
Thinks everyone just like I'm holding up the Bible. I must do this now.
I'm not saying that.
This guy.
No. There's no. Oh, there's some foreign forces making me do this. It's like no.
Yeah.
It's all choice.
Once again, you have to debunk innate morality and debunk consciousness itself.
But again,
you have to prove that we're all. You have to prove that we're all Pavlovian dogs, basically.
Again, that's why I believe people like would say, "Oh, yeah, God was speaking to me," and it's like, yeah, I agree with that on paper, but maybe we as in you know, we lack the words or maybe the lurking of the internal to really feel like, well, what do I mean by God? You know, do I mean some other being that's inside me and going, or is it really like, I can't let this happen. This isn't right.
Yeah.
I gotta do something about this. And you're like, yeah, that's right. It's like, I don't know, man. I felt like I had to do something, and I felt the Lord's presence. I'm not trying to mock them, but it's like I lack the words, so I'm gonna use these words and in place of something so I can explain my action. Why I did this good thing. And it's okay. It's just, hey, why not just dig a little more? But instead of I've been possessed and I have no morality or rules whatsoever, it's like, did you hear about Billy? No, I didn't hear about Billy. What happened to Billy? Well, you see, my son Billy found the book of Islam, and he opened the first page and he just suddenly got a gun and he started shooting people. I don't know what to do. It's like, no, it doesn't happen. Now, if Billy made a choice,
Not even
yeah.
a tautology, I think, to say that there's a
Same thing goes
relationship
with
between the human impulse to do evil, to be selfish, to be self-centered, to be greedy, and a contrast
Billy
between
opened the
that and
Bible and
faith,
started to
because
beat people up.
given only faith, mountains can be moved, and millions of people who would never...
Yeah, on a deeper level, I think I can argue that it wouldn't even be choice. Like, if he said, all right, I will grab a gun and just start shooting people. I don't even think it would be a choice. That's some other philosophical weirdness.
normally acquiesce in evil are brought to it straight away and with ease and with self-righteousness. That's my answer to that.
My father, the man responsible for my education, taught me that Islam, rightly understood, is a religion and philosophy of peace. In fact, he said that for any society to be peaceful and prosperous, it had to institute the rule of God, or Sharia. I came to disagree with my father. It was a gradual process that started when I entered and lived in society.
I know the game. Well, I want to hear this.
I'm knowing him.
Huh?
Yeah.
I want to hear it perfect.
Such as the Netherlands and the United States,
I don't need your fascism.
that applied man-made constitutions and laws. Both countries are peaceful and prosperous. I now disagree even more with my father that Islam is a religion of peace. When I look at the amount of security that is deployed tonight here.
Waiting for his applause?
6 months ago, the Boston Marathon was bombed by two brothers who invoked the founding documents and the founding father of Islam. I disagree with my father when I look at the wanton killing of the Westgate Mall in Nairobi by Somali men invoking Allah and Muhammad to justify their horrid act. I disagree with my father when I look at the reports this week of 30 men and women worshipping in Iraq who are killed by a suicide bomber invoking the very same God and the very same prophet that they invoke. I disagree with my father when he says that Islam is a religion of peace. When I look at the 120,000 dead in Syria.
It's like, yes, because one guy says, like, listen, this is what it is. I disagree with you, and that means I disprove it all. It's like, no.
And I would just go back to basics. Is The Matrix a movie of war or peace? You could walk away and say, "Oh, it was all just a metaphor," so it wasn't either of those things.
That's not true.
You could walk away as it's just a metaphor.
Oh, I think you mean,
The movie itself is just a giant metaphor.
I misunderstood you. There's no war going on. I'm like, maybe we can't see it. But yeah, with this, it's like, you know, like questions. Yeah, I actually have a statement. You know, versus this, it's like I disagree with this. I just like, okay, you know what?
Once again, it would be difficult to answer any of this because I haven't read the Quran at all.
Me either, but at the same time, it's like.
But I have a feeling what's going to happen.
I know where this is heading, you know, and it's like, okay, you know, let's remember that whatever religion, you know, there's always people. People are there, you know. People make the decision. People make the choice, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. This isn't some, you know. Oh boy, you know, they're following that system. And eventually, it's gonna make them do this. It's like, no, it won't. It won't. It can't.
Yeah.
People do shit, you know. People make the choice to do things, you know, whether it was good or bad. And especially their intentions behind it, you know. Well, I did this good thing because I wanted to, versus I did this, you know. I mean, because I know it's the right thing to do, versus, oh, if I do this, she'll be impressed. Here, kid, here's a free sandwich, you know. It's like, wow, thanks, mister. Wow, he's so sensitive. It's like, I got her now. You know, it's like, that's what people don't like. That's where this is just such a simple thing, you know. Even if there's something wrong with the religion, which I don't know, but it's very easy to understand. Well, let's see. Who would have something to gain from changing something and misinterpreting something in order to control a mass populace of people, and then brainwash a certain amount of people in order to carry out my will?
That's sort of the.
See how that goes with a lot of places in the world, right? You know?
In my mind, I'm like, how can people be just. Yeah, basically brainwashed like that?
Because it's like, here's the thing.
I don't think I was ever like that, other than like, you know, something that someone would call like a fact.
Thing like this.
Like, hey man, whatever.
I think
what's his name made $20 million a year. I'd be like, oh, okay. But I'm not like.
I think the majority of people want to believe that there's some sort of like, this is it. I'm playing by the rules. I'm doing the right thing. I'm not saying there's not a world full of like sociopaths. I'm saying there is, without a doubt, you know, and budding ones as well. You know, it's like, oh, you're getting close. You know, I'm not saying there's levels, but it's like fuck, dude. Like that's like, you know. Besides the point, it's more of a. We'll just like, you know. Also, well, I believe like we're also like, you know, as far as culture, society, like, you know, it's like, well, no, I'm playing by the rules. You know, I live by them. I live by the 10 commandments, the 10 rules, and I'm not going to discriminate. There's one, you know. There's others like, oh, I'm see, I pray on this day. I don't eat this on that day. You know, and on this day I don't use any technology or whatever the fuck. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I mean.
It sounds like someone's personal ritual that someone else copied off and then
Maybe.
spread it out to everyone else.
Maybe.
Either that or like symbols for things.
I think it's a genuine, why people follow these things is a genuine, like, well, you know, they have the right answers, so it's a definite level of ignorance, but I would say, but it's more of a, like, this has to be the right thing to do. They're looking for it, and I think everyone is. or they eventually will. They're looking for it, whatever it may be, which they would call it, you know, I don't know what it is, but this is it, you know. It's like rather than I'm trying to investigate and learn.
Yeah, there's like just for practical reasons, there's a different type of experience from when someone tells you to do something, and then you go through the whole maze of finding out that, oh, this is the right thing to do. Then it's like it's like you're walking a different step. It's Neo walking, where you see the lights, you know, flowing under his feet as he's walking. It's because he knows what he's doing on each step.
Sure, exactly. Versus, right? So we have Neo who knows it's the right thing to do, knows why it's the right thing to do. Then there's the guys like the Cypher character who just happens to do it because he's there at that moment in time.
Yeah.
But then we find out eventually, you know. We find out eventually, you know, oh, he's glib. You're glib. He's not aware of what's, you know, well, hey, I'm not going to say he's not aware, but he has not taken that step to say, I know this is the right thing to do, and this is why I'm going to do it, versus, you know, you're a hero by accident. That's what he is, and I would say some people are. So a lot of people are, maybe. Yeah. I would have evidence to support this theory. You know, it's like the army soldier that saved the kid from the gunfire, but why is he there in the first place? You know, is he there because he thought, out of, you know, probably, like, you know, he was genuinely there just because he thought something bad was going on, you know, and he just like, oh, I can help. I gotta stop this evil thing. Or it's, well, I heard it, but I don't know. But they did offer me free college and a house and medical care if I do this for 2 years. And you just happen to be there and save that kid's life or that person's life. It's like either way, you know. It's like, you know. By the way, I do believe they do. Everyone does have a natural, this is right and this is wrong. You know, it's there. But it's like, do I really know? Have I actually looked at that, or am I just doing this like just because I'm here in the moment at that time, you know?
But they might not. You're going on about like military service.
I'm using it only because it's such a not by me really, but such a focused on thing. It could be anything. It could be anything. I could use anything. Any example, really. Okay. It's like combat. It could be like you know, internally. You know, as well as just, you know, whether it's a conversation for someone else. It's like, you're helping someone out, so you can get he helped you out, man. He helped you with your grades. He did, but you found out the reason why is because, you know, the teacher wanted him to do it so he could get extra credit or whatever the fuck, you know, because he was late to class. You know, it's like,
yeah,
because like, see, there's a spectrum of these things, you know. But they all root from the same thing, whether it's, you know, I know why it's the right thing to do and I'm going to do it, versus I know it's the right thing to do, but I don't know. Because again, if I said if I don't know, then it's like, I think you do, just don't remember. And again, something like that, these guys would probably just go right past it. It's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, now I can't do anything, you know. All I can tell you is that I do know. That's it. You know, I can't show you.
Yeah. I
can only give you evidence, you know. That's why entertainment's such an important thing. I would say, you know, or like, you know, it can be a very important thing because, you know, we have, again, movies like Batman, who is, I know this is the right thing to do and that's why I'm doing it. You know, I know why I am a hero versus a cop who is, well, I just, you know what I'm saying. I don't have to say the same point over and over again, but
yeah, each sure went to different places.
Yeah.
Alright, number 4.
No, it's like, it's there, you know?
Huh?
It is there. And the only reason I went fucking that far is because that's where I think these people are. I'm disagreeing with it because I believe it's not the right thing. and commend them, you know. But I also commend the people that say, no, 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 you see, the religion says this, or this belief system says this, and this is what it really means. These people are just masquerading, and that's why you think this. I'm like, well, you're both right and wrong, you know, on different levels, you know. That's why yeah. Play it.
That's the Apollo, the guy with the hook. All right.
There's
more video left.
Then you find out, like, you know, the hook, it has some sort of logo.
Spread your points
it has some sort of logo. It says Exxon and Mobil. You cannot silence me.
You can spread your point out to different areas.
I'm envisioning it all.
You're like, you speak like the world's gonna end at any second.
Oh, me?
Let me say it before the meteor hits. All right.
A stage of a proxy war between Islam's two most important and most influential nations, the Sunni Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Shia Islamic Republic of Iran. I disagree with my father that Islam is a religion of peace when I read about the almost daily reports of the destruction of churches, the pillaging of Christian property, the rape of Christian women, the terrible exodus of Christians and other religious minorities from Muslim countries. All this is done by men who invoke the founding father and founding documents of Islam. I disagree with my dear beloved father when I read about the teenage girl in Pakistan who's shot point blank in the head by a man invoking Allah and Muhammad because she wanted education. What Islam needs is...
Seriously? Was God an alien? Asks unemployed Mario Yamasaki.
Unemployed Mario Yamasaki. Fuck. Is he really? Is he get fired?
We do that with the extra. I have no idea.
Unemployed. Well, I mean, if you're asking me if there's some sort of different kind of being that was here that was considered an alien at some other time in history, I don't know.
Is the typical idea of God extraterrestrial? Like an alien, just...
I'd say it's an alien idea. You know? No, I wouldn't say so. I'd say, when I say, you know, it fucking definitely seems like it, you know? Again, alien, I don't mean to be nitpicky, but it's like, I don't know what you mean by that.
I say no.
I would say no. It's something that's, again, it's like, if only I had that specific episode, the Star Trek episode, where it's like, perfect right in there. It's like, we're trying to find God, and you go to the mirror, and they see themselves. It's like, huh?
God is neither from outer space only, nor is he from Mexico only.
He?
Or she.
Again, I would say it's somewhat
so
of a...
God is not an alien.
It's a grand representation of us and others that we envision it to be. That's why we see it, like, you know. There's many like little subtle hints there as far as like in the stories, how people describe it. Even if someone's not like a fucking scholar and how they say these things and describe their experiences, it's like, don't you see how it's you? The way is you, you know?
A little bit more than that. But
well, yeah, but still, you know, it's not something separate. It's something that's connecting all of us together.
I call it...
Because when we say God, we say, you know, what do you call it? We're made in His image, or, you know, made in their image, and it's like we, it's us, but you too, you know. So you say, I had this some sort of like revelation, this epiphany, you know, God spoke to me. It's like, yes, I believe that to be you. It's you, but you don't know it is. You don't know it's you, really. Not yet.
Once again, you can spread your answers out. You only ask if it's an alien or not. He or she.
I answered the question.
Mario, thank you for the question. I just want to skip to number 3.
Number 3.
Damn, she got a full, like, 10-minute just dropping bars.
She took her glasses off, dude. Look.
But I understand what she's saying. It's just, I can't place that on religion as much as I can't place poverty on capitalism.
At the same time, I wouldn't equate, you know, well, the problem is this thing. These people follow this thing, you know, whether it's a belief system, a set of rules, or what have you. It's like, okay, but guess what? It's their choice, you know. No one made them do it. Even if someone is heavily indoctrinated in some sort of thing, there's always a choice. You know?
I think it's an excuse for ignorant people to express their worst parts of themselves. And feel okay and get to sleep at night.
Oh, like, I wanted to beat him up. He did this bad thing. I feel better about myself. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Discipline people in the most brutal ways possible. Just so you're feared. You want to play the role of the scripture God, which is fear-based.
You mean
if you don't listen to me, you go to hell.
No, I thought you were gonna say something like the prophet. Oh, he's not God or she's not God, but God speaks through them. You know, it's like something outside that we're not involved in. That's the only problem I have with it. You know, so I feel like that's what people want you to believe. You know, a certain group of people, not group. Like I'm trying to be like, you know, a conspiracy or anything, but there's a certain group of people that would like you definitely to believe that you're not together, that you're not connected, that you're like, you see how they struggle and they fight each other. I'm not saying there's some dude behind a wall with a cape like laughing, you know. I'm just saying, you know, there might as well be, you know.
Do you believe in exorcisms, and if so, who possesses the body?
Exorcism. You know, sometimes I would like to believe that there's moments and times where I do see it's like, oh, are you possessed? You know, and that's some other thing I would get into, like as far as demons, rather than something being there's a lot of, I would say there's a lot of like, you know, shows out there that would say like, oh, demons, oh, it's something separate that doesn't involve us. I'm like, no, I would say it really is, you know.
Well, what do you say it is?
I would really say it is, oh, this is your turn. Fuck. It's really us, you know. Whether it was some sort of damage inflicted upon us, it could be stemming from, you know, or demons involve us. It's not something outside, even though it could be like a certain experience, right? Some sort of external conflict now impacts us, you know. Whether it be you see your parents fighting and it has an effect on you, you know, and you start to like question, well, what the fuck, you know, or you know, you get beaten up by someone you never even met before. Let's say it's school or whatever. You're like a little kid, you know, like very innocent, ignorant to whatever have you, you know. It's like the kid that's frolicking in the flowers and the first time ever, he's like conscious of, oh, I cut my knee, I'm bleeding, it hurts really bad. Or you know, or someone he loves, someone that like he imagines like, oh, he loves me, but he beat me up. Or it'd be, you know.
Okay, so exorcisms. First of all, can you be possessed? Thus, can people have exorcisms?
Can you be possessed? You know, sometimes I was thinking about this like not too long ago. You got it. As far as possessions, you know, sometimes, you know, I do agree like with the term, like, you know, is anybody home? Is anybody there? You know, it's almost to the point where someone's like so like deeply buried their own consciousness. You know, it's like they just bury it, and so they can do these horrible things. You know, and the only way they could do them without probably like a mental like breakdown or like just cracking like right there on the spot is to do that. But then they have families and they go home and then it's just, you know, oh, I love you, sweetie. I love you too, daddy. You know. It's a little weird, you know, but as far as possessions, it's like that's the best way I could describe it, you know. I don't, like, again, possessions like some outside thing, you know. That's what it sounds like. I'm possessing you now. It's like, no, I would say that's the best way I would describe it. It's more like a feel. It's like, yo, you okay, man? Like, something ain't right with you, man, you know? Like, it's like that feeling you get. Like, something, you know, that cat, you know, fucking, that cat over there, man, something's not right with that dude, you know? It's like intuition, but then there's evidence. There's overwhelming amounts of evidence, but we don't know. And then, as far as exorcisms, well, that's like, you know, to exorcise the demons. I think that's basically a, what do you call it? Well, that's like something like, it's like the road meant for the one individual who has the demons. But they have to be aware of it, you know? It's almost as if like someone believes they have a demon inside of them. They run to the priest's door. It's like, help me, help! Versus, Father, can you exorcise him? We tied him to the bed. He has a demon. He's possessed. It's like, you know? It's like, I have to exercise these things, you know? It's a self, it's a choice that I think the person should make rather than, ooh, we have to exercise him. Meaning, you know, like, why am I doing these things, you know? These horrible things. And it's like you're, like, you know, like in that mode of, I'm now possessed. Like, people have to do that in order to sign the contract that's helping in hand to destroy the people's land, the community's land, the giving the orders, giving the okay to the general that it's okay, you bomb the city, you know, the terrorist is in there, and a bunch of other people living in the building die, you know. And it's okay, and you can go home, and then you can pet your dog, you know, and the nice white picket fence, and there's the nice new little nuclear family you have, but it's better than average individual, right, because they're rich, you know, and they just go to bed and they can sleep at night, which fucking creeps me out. So it's like, are you possessed? It's like, maybe.
All right, I'll go. All right, I'm guessing you're asking about like the movie style.
Yeah,
May God have mercy on your soul.
The separate, yeah.
That thing.
It's like we made that up to best describe it because we didn't have the tools to see it's not something outside, it's really them, you know? But it's also due to everything else surrounding us, you know? It's like, no, I think it's this. You know? Maybe.
All right. I would say, yes, there is such thing as possession, but it's not. It is, but it isn't like I would say, creepy, crawly demon thingy. It's just a bad idea that we project fears onto. If you have your conscience, if you have a conscience and you see something as a bad idea, naturally you project something nasty onto that idea. And then, you know, if you have mental things, visions, things like that, or you're heavily religious to where you believe in these such things, and maybe you'll see demons or believe you can be possessed by one. The exorcism would be the individual themselves. Counteract the idea, question the idea.
I've heard that the religious individuals are somewhat a little more in tune with, it's like you know, the schizophrenics, you know, it's like, oh, I see the demons around me. It's like, no. I wouldn't necessarily call him crazy, you know.
Yeah.
I see something, and it very well might be there. You know?
Yeah.
Did we get called communists yet? No.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis? I've had it twice, and I literally seen someone rise up from the corner, then kneel on my stomach to the point where I was suffocating.
Sleep paralysis.
Yes, I have.
What is that again?
Definitely have that. That's where it feels like you're almost in between like awake and asleep, and you're like, it's like you can see your room, but your body's like, you can't move any body parts. You're like fighting to wake up or whatever.
When I was a small child.
I've had them somewhat recently. I had them more often, like maybe 6 to 10 years ago. No, 6 to like 8 years ago.
I mean consistently. Like as far as like, oh, I don't want to go to bed. The nightmare, you know, or like I couldn't even.
Not to be
no,
scared thing.
No. I mean, I couldn't even call it a nightmare because I was just more like freaking out. It's like, what? Why? What?
It's almost like where you feel like you're awake and you could be like yelling at the top of your lungs.
Yeah.
Well, you wake up and you realize you weren't yelling, and you wake up all sweaty and shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
That'd be more the nightmare version of it. I've definitely had that, and I would say over time it became something that's fun. As bad as that sounds. Where it's like, oh, I get to whip ass on bad ideas.
Well, lately I've been more of a kind of just observing. Whenever these things happen, it's just, right.
Here's a little tool I use. Just stare them in the eyes.
That's a good idea.
I remember having a dream, or a sleep paralysis. There was like this thing crawling on the wall. Looking at it. I'm just staring at it.
What did it look like?
Huh?
What did it look like?
It looked like the thing from the fucking...
Just describe it.
What's that movie? With Sarah Michelle Gellar? It's not The Ring. It's the other one. The other, like, horror movie from that time.
Oh, you mean, The Grudge?
Yeah. It looked like a boy with, like, a bowl haircut with these weird, like, just crawling on the wall and shit. I'm just like, I dare you. Come closer, man. Like, come closer, man. Let me get a good look at you.
He's like, crawls away. He's like, pops.
But it's in a way you're communicating with yourself. Over time.
That's what I envisioned it to be. Like,
it's more like, hey, what's up, man?
It's like, it's not like it's ready. Don't make fun of me. Cause I looked up the video last night, and then as well as probably a year ago, but just to refresh my memory. Last night I looked at the video. Now it's Barney and Friends. Okay, you don't understand, dude. Okay, Barney and Friends, right? And there's one episode where they go camping, and for some fucking reason, this idiot, Barney, in this episode, he's being a negligent idiot because he let these kids do a fucking bear cave. That bitch is gone, by the way. Good fucking home run. And they're singing this song, and then this fucking bear shows up, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, I was fucking petrified of that thing. I know it's on the TV, but I run. I remember it. People used to, I remember, I'm like, no, man, that fucking shit's creepy. It sounds creepy. It looks scary, and it just shows up out of nowhere like a ninja, you know? Like, it whispers in the background, you know it's there, and you fucking run. It's like, you and your parents say, go into the basement, you know? Like, grab this. And then you hear like, ah! Sprint upstairs, you know? Then I'm reading the comments, it's like, so many people are like, nah, man, that shit was scary as fuck. I'm like, wow, 4,000 people feel the same way.
When I was a kid, it was less of... It wasn't really like the magical things that scared me. Because they always gave me the idea, like, well, if there's some, like, evil witch thing, there must be a good witch with superpowers, too. So that never worried me. My nightmares would be about, like, oh, someone's going to shoot me or something like that. It'd be like a real life situation.
The worst ones were really real life people. Let's say a parent does something just nasty to the child, and then they have a dream about that, but it's magnified.
Yeah.
You know? It's like it becomes cartoony. If you're like me and you were watching it on like film, then you can imagine like the fear that's going through the child. Yeah. It's like that, you know? Those are the worst ones where I can't move. I'm envisioning it all happen. You know, I'm like, nothing. It's almost like you're running away from something, and as you're running, you're like this. And I've had this happen so many times, and you're just slow. There's nothing you can do, and you start slowing down, and then you stop, and that thing's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And then you wake up, and then it's like your pillows like smells. You know, not that you wet the bed, but it's like fuck. And now it's just more of like a movie for me, where I don't really worry about it. It's just, it's like that's it.
Unemployed Mario Yamasaki says, I had the same experience in my room. My TV was on the same channel when I woke up in a matter of 20 minutes. I had lightning strike my screen door while I was playing the first Resident Evil when it came out at 3 a.m.
All right.
Fuck. I remember playing Resident Evil games.
That means Satan.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh, I was gonna say, the sleep paralysis thing usually happens when it's like, usually happens when you like wake up and you fall, like where you're in that in between sleep and awake realm, where you like
I've definitely
just fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. I've woken up like that. I woke up screaming before. That shit's scary.
I think, hey, sleep paralysis, I think it's a little different.
No. I mean,
it feels like you're really awake, but you're not.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, why can't I fucking move? Probably recorded myself.
I thought about it. But again, 6-year-old James didn't have access to a camera or a camcorder, you know, in the year 2000, you know, just didn't have access to it, you know. Now it's like, I'll put my iPhone, you know, but I can't do that either. That shit will shut off. It's like, yeah, like Apple will scam me. It's because you don't have enough storage for this.
I don't think I even would have looked to record.
I wanted to find out. Like,
I used to try to write dreams down, but I was like, for me, this isn't the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be not an experiment, but an experience. Like, I want to just be in.
oh, my bad.
Surrounded by the experience.
I didn't even know it was 7-1. I didn't even know.
Do this more often.
Huh?
Just do this more often. Maybe we'll win games.
You know what? I've been pitching my heart out, and you just don't hit it.
I need like 8 runs. Ding, 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 ding.
I said, first of all, I said 10. I said 10. That's after I leave the room.
You said 10 after you left.
No, I didn't. I
after
said,
you told me I need 8 runs.
Yeah, and then I said 10.
Whatever.
Don't change the story.
We're playing MLB The Show, by the way.
And the show's playing me. That's how it feels right now.
We're baseball fans. Yeah.
I mean, baseball's a fan of me. What are you trying to say?
Alright, so...
Run, fat ass. Run.
What else is that?
Right, he's faster than
I'm almost
that.
tired of this fucking religion shit. Just calling the male versus female.
Let's talk about drugs. No, I'm just kidding.
Too much of Barney for you.
Dude, here, you know what? That's perfect. Look it up. Okay? I'll show you. Look up Barney Campfire Bear.
Are we gonna get kicked off of YouTube for this?
I don't think so.
What's it called?
Barney Campfire Bear. You'll see it. And I felt so like relieved because I was not the only guy or kid. I had to be. I was so little. That fucking thing. Holy shit. That shit. Yes. This. See that? That shit's creepy, dude.
That's it.
The music. And they go into the cave. Just watch. Don't even say anything.
Hey, Barney, do you think a bear lives in there?
Maybe.
Let's check it out.
Oh, wait. First you'll need your body beamers.
Just watch.
Your body beamers.
Okay, now we're ready.
Just watch on the music.
Anybody here? Hello?
I know.
Who is that?
Nobody here but me.
The biggest one here. Why are you running?
This shit.
That's scary. Get the fuck out of here. That's scary.
You don't get it, man.
Wow.
You don't. Keep going. Keep playing it.
Spring comes earlier every year.
And there's one where you like snuck up on them.
You racist, man.
I'm not racist.
Scared of bears for?
I'm not racist.
You're scared of teddy bears, man.
It wasn't that.
He's just chilling. He's like,
you don't.
I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. These
Man,
motherfuckers come in my
you don't,
cave,
you don't know
waking me up.
You don't know what I've been through, man.
They come in my cave, they
That
wake
dude,
me up.
no.
They're fucking flashlights.
No,
man. All I got is a candle. These guys got flashlights.
Not bullshit. You know he has? He has the ability to crawl up on a fucking tree and run. Okay? They're dead. They're all dead. He's just tired. Okay? Look, not only that, you got to find the one where he like.
No, it's over.
No. Read the comments. I'm telling you.
It's over.
People feel the same way.
You need a.
I don't need it.
Collective agreement.
Fuck you, man. People feel the same way. It's not my fault you were like 20 by the time that came out, you know. 12, like nothing. Like, oh, fuck, that shit was creepy. That shit was creepy.
Have you ever taken shrooms?
I'd like to.
I've considered wanting to. I'm like a couple of steps away.
My friend told me.
I just don't need it anymore, you know.
I don't need it. I just want to try it. It's like when someone says like, are you depressed? Are you depressed? Here, take this antidepressant pill. It's like, I want to try. I want to see how that is. I want to try it. I'm not saying I'm gonna try cocaine. You know what I mean? No thanks.
This looks like some Adult Swim shit.
What?
The bear.
It is some
Barney shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man. That shit was
Fuck.
creepy. What?
They should put a Subway logo above the cave. Like Jared lives here. Jared. Do not enter.
Here's the thing. This is why I found it like creepy altogether. That whole thing is because they had some kid getting lost, and it's just like some kid in the woods. It's like you don't get it, man. You don't.
I don't get it.
You don't.
You're right. I don't get it.
Think of what kids experience, or at least some kids.
I forgot we were blocking the screen too. Whatever.
And they'll project that into the shows they'll see, you know.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, oh, the bear takes them away, you know. I'm telling you, man, I was scared shitless. I remember, dude. My granddad's what do you call him? What's it called? The chair you go like that. It's like
Recliner.
Yeah, it's
Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy. And I used to hide behind that thing every time that fucking thing came on screen. Ugh.
I never got it. I never got that shit. I never got clowns. Clowns never scared me. I'm like,
clowns never bothered me.
It's like clowns. Just hear like the honk noise every time you punch. Like,
I know you're getting that from. You're getting that from Angel. Yeah.
I just think clowns were weird.
Oh, whatever.
Makes
honk
noises.
Like he's choking me. Like you hear.
Get over here.
I do remember the only creepy clown I ever saw was like some clown that I wasn't supposed to be watching. It was like fucking shanking someone to death. I was like, what?
Like it? I remember there was some movie where there's like murder clowns.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was it or not.
It was just more of like the whole like I'm gonna get you kind of thing that creeped me out. You know, that was about it. But yeah, dude, that bear. Oh, shit. Fuck. That bear was no joke, man. That bear collects souls.
It was like a Kanye bear.
Nah. See, that bear has, you know, it's... see, dude, I'm telling you, that bear, the Barney bear collects souls. You just don't get it. It wasn't your time. You're not a part of it, man.
Were you afraid of Winnie the Pooh?
No, I love Winnie the Pooh.
Ah, you're scared of him, right?
No.
Oh, it's because he was light-skinned bear, huh?
Light-skinned bear? He's Simpsons, man.
He's just a light-skinned bear. He likes getting honey, that's it. The other one wants to take your children. Is that what it is?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Is that what it is?
Oh, you're reaching. George's like, I must actively pursue this argument.
It's because one would be friends with a pig, but the other one probably eat it.
First of all, he was friends with a tigger. Okay? Tigger, not tiger. Tigger.
I don't know.
There's other Tiggers out there, man.
All right.
If you saw the show, I have it on VHS tape.
Nah, I'm good. I didn't like Martin.
Okay.
Or, what's his name?
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Really?
Like, you weak. You weak.
Oh.
Give me Rocco's Martin Life. It's this week.
I had both, man. Aw, I liked Winnie the Pooh. Jordan never got to experience Pooh. Yeah, Pooh loves you. Just letting you know.
Moving on to Station 2. People getting owned.
Oh, you mean whiny little liberal? Fuck. I fucked up.
Here's your title.
Okay. Owen Schroyer?
Yeah.
Owen Schroyer absolutely destroys people with Facts Volume 1. Impeach Trump, waving the Russian flag, dunce hat, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I'm on the team. I'm on the team. We're going to win. It's like those people, like in the crowd, you know, like at a Yankee game and the Red Sox lose, like, yeah, we did it. It's like, you didn't do anything.
Actually, polar bears frighten me more than black bears.
So it's
I heard that too.
So it's the albinos that scare him, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I heard polar bears are the most savage ones.
They have to be.
Fuck you.
Oh, there ain't 2 outs? Fuck.
Mental mistakes.
Mental mistake, man.
Alright, so let's see Owen Schroyer destroy some people.
No, say it.
Owen Schroyer absolutely destroys people with facts.
What is that?
Volume 1.
Did someone like prick you with like a pin?
$1,000. Thomas, come here, sir. I'll give you $1,000. Why should Trump be impeached?
I hope you have a really wonderful afternoon. I'm glad you're here.
I'll give you $1,000 if you can tell me why Trump should be impeached.
Doc, I need a time machine.
You don't understand, man. You don't
Okay,
understand.
Archie.
The NFL scouts would be scouting me that moment on. Did you see that? You'll see this. You'll see. Oh God, George. Get the Steelers on the phone. Yes, we have another one. Watch, they'll actively do that. It's another conspiracy of mine. $1,000 to anyone who can get to this point really quickly. Go. It's like,
That's not enough.
1,000.
Murder will be legal today.
No. It's $1,000 and this beautiful girl. It's like murder the Heisman Trophy winner, man.
It's like, listen, I'm gonna auction you off for more money.
That doesn't sound like slavery. Yeah.
I won this girl. I'm gonna auction you off to the highest bidder.
No, it's like you're the first in line to get the new Jordans or whatever the fuck. And you're like, man, I'm about to sell these. It's like, oh, my friend used to do that. He skipped school. He was like, I was only in line just to sell them. It's like, damn.
Yeah, kids used to steal fucking shit from Modell's all the time.
From Modell's.
Just had a friend that worked there.
Modell's is the sporting goods store of Walmart, which is it's basically the Walmart of sporting goods stores, you know.
Nah, it's not.
Yes, it was.
Dick's is.
No, it isn't.
Dick's is everywhere.
No, you don't get it. At Walmart, when you're a kid, you pray to God whatever the fuck you wanted to get, whether it was a card or toy or whatever the fuck. You would pray that no one fucking got there first and opened up the box and took it. Yeah, that's what they did. All right, let's see it. Everybody getting owned.
So?
$1,000.
I'd like to see it first. Come on, show it to me. Show me the money. Show me the $1,000. Come on.
Show me the impeachment terms.
My. We're dictating terms now, are we? Have a nice day. Hey, you looked really good in that video.
Wow. $1,000, sir. $1,000. Tell me why Trump should be impeached for $1,000.
Like a weenie, I guess.
No, but I'm saying, why should he be impeached?
Oh, dude, I wouldn't
Why should he be impeached?
$1,000. Because he basically killed someone.
Depends on how far into the presidency they are.
Oh, my bad. All I need is some absolutely horrible thing which have already happened. This happened under your watch, and you give the okay for it.
I'd be like,
And you're supporting who?
I'd be like, oh, he's unfit to be president. Like, well, he didn't break any of these laws that we have here. Whoever wrote the laws, they're not good enough to write those laws. Are you talking about our founding fathers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys who had slaves, right? Yeah. Those guys.
Yeah, those guys. Them.
The guys wearing the powdered wigs. Because there's, like, whatever fucking problem. Alright, go ahead. All men are created equal. You know what we mean.
That's a court case. Why should he be impeached?
You can win $1,000.
$1,000 if you can tell me why he should be impeached. What now?
Russians got this microphone wire.
The Russians. So another person. So hey, I want everybody recording this to take this in there. Look at this. I just offered every one of those people $1,000. $1,000 to tell me why President Trump should be impeached. Hundreds of people just walked by me and did not answer the question for $1,000. Why should President Trump be impeached? You're 0 for 200 because you have no reasons. We have one taker. Here we go. Why should President Trump be impeached?
Because he has committed crime of treason against our country.
What?
Fuck. I was gonna say crime against humanity.
Yeah. Well, it's so dumb because they're both gonna make silly arguments back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
One's gonna say Russia.
I was gonna say war crimes.
One's gonna say no, it wasn't Russia.
War crimes, as well as in immoral actions.
Yeah, just you know, what was it? 40 Yemen.
Yeah.
Children blown up in a bus.
Yeah, and a girl.
That happened yesterday, the day before.
Not only that, okaying missiles to be launched on an assumption.
Yeah.
Assad has chemical weapons. It's like, we don't know that. Don't fucking talk like you know.
And then when they're asked about the evidence, they're like, we're sure.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
We're awfully sure there's.
We're awfully sure. You just said you know. You just said that you knew that they had him or whatever the fuck. What?
Said crackheads would beat us there in the race for $1,000. It's like, fuck.
Hey, dude, I remember I was
that Chappelle fucking skit.
Yeah.
Or stand up.
Yeah.
So the crackhead went this way.
No, dude, not for real. I feel bad, but it's happened. I was taking BP. Like, it's the day you left. Like, charge the L screen. A week or whatever the fuck. It was me and this kid Jose, and we're taking BP. Hit a ball in the street. Some lady who appeared to be some sort of drug addict grabbed the ball, went ha, and then down the street. I was like, holy fuck! There's no way I'm catching her. But by the time
you told me about that.
By the time I take off these cleats, you know,
yeah,
she's gone. That shit was. I swear. I was like, oh my god. Shit was fucking. I was like, I saw him again. I'm like, you don't remember taking the baseball? And there was like 3 of them. I'm like, I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone.
Yeah. So yeah, you got these dumb arguments going back and forth, where no one has an actual answer because there's no proof of the Russia shit.
No.
So every time you bring up Russia, the other side has an easy argument to just throw it to the side. And then when these guys are like, Trump is a great president, or whatever, he has Obama to compare himself to.
Yeah.
Like, Obama did this, and this.
So listen, Obama bombed people every day. I just bombed those people. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he is. Are they dropping bombs like every day?
Trump?
Yeah. Or the military?
Do you count Saudi Arabia?
I count everything.
Then yes.
Oh yeah, and supporting Israel.
Get out. It's like a blooper.
Oh, and Bonds hits this one over the short. Alright. Play the video.
What crime?
He has obstructed justice. He has sold the soul of this country.
What justice did he obstruct?
He obstructed the justice by firing James Comey, who is investigating.
You know the Democrats called for his firing before he got fired?
He is obstructing justice.
You know that even the news networks admitted that it's a nothing burger and fake news?
It is not a nothing burger. It is not fake.
So why haven't we found anything for 7 months?
We have found stuff, but
what?
It is still being investigated.
What have we found?
We have found that his minions have sold their souls to foreign countries like Russia and Turkey.
You mean like John Podesta's stock deals?
General
Hillary Clinton Uranium One deal?
Flynn, Manafort, Carter Page.
All those investigations have been dropped.
They have not been dropped. You were.
Carter Page is still ongoing. That's it.
You're deluding yourselves, and I want my $1,000 now.
You didn't tell me why Trump should be impeached.
I certainly did.
Obstruct.
She could sue him.
As far as her argument goes,
yeah.
Even though I disagree with it,
yeah.
She argued it pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why he's
like, you know, she's probably completely fucking wrong. She put up no valid points.
I think they're both dum-dums, man.
Oh, sure. This guy's
he's a support Trump no matter what. That's what it sounds like.
No, he's a team player.
And Alex Jones is one day saying, "Fuck Trump, fuck him," and you know, it's that home run.
For the TV's sake, it better not be.
Well, yeah, now he's back on the Trump train.
Yeah,
like full bore.
The globalists, like, dude, your buddy bombs people every day, kills them. Okay, just everyone wants to escape that. Everyone wants to pretend.
Sometimes I smoke bud and imagine, what if the whole crew of the Enterprise were crackheads flying through space? Where would they go?
Where would they go?
Probably wouldn't go anywhere. They'd probably sell the parts of their ship and get stranded on one planet only. And then ask their government for welfare checks.
Fine. Give us 2 tours, though, and it's yours. So we'll build an empire, Johnson. We'll promise people things.
I got an ecto machine. Give it to you for $20.
Ready? It's like this. Like, imagine a bunch of little kids, right? And they see the giant candy bar. Listen, guys, if you do this, we'll give you a piece of the candy bar. Really? Mm-hmm. It's all yours. But they don't understand. They'll never really fully grasp the candy bar. You know? It's like, we'll give you a little piece. Can we have the Kit Kat bar? I'll give you a piece of it. Oh, wow. I finally made it.
Injustice of a fake case. Does anyone think she deserves $1,000? Hell no. So you have you tried.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you why you don't like President Trump?
Quick note. I think he purposely wore the blue hat.
Yeah, so he doesn't get fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta go, like, was that really the guy going like, hell no?
What they said, hell yeah.
They said, hell no.
Can you tell me why Trump should be impeached?
I certainly did.
Obstructing justice of a fake case. Does anyone think she deserves $1,000? Hell no. So you
yeah.
Hey, I'll give you credit. You tried.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you why you don't like President Trump?
Because he don't like me, baby.
Why? What has he done?
Call us nasty women, and that's what we are.
He was talking about Rosie O'Donnell.
Hey, no, Trump is gone. Trump needs to go. He's broken the law.
What law did he break? What law?
There's a list, cowboy.
Name one.
Look it up. Get out of my face now.
I work in news.
Can you imagine, like, a person like
Hold
that?
up. I know dudes that would punch that dude in the face, you know, and girls. Like, man, get him up.
Like, can you imagine what that chick would be like if she had like all the information and all that shit? Someone who can just talk like that to people, like, get the fuck out of here, Trump got it good. Like, can just smoothly talk, just a people's person. Imagine if they had like solid information. It's like,
It's like when Bill. I'm not saying
Instead,
Russell.
all I can say is shut
I'm
up,
not saying
cowboy.
I'm not saying Russell Brand. Shut up, Cal. You and your fancy technology out of my face. I'm not saying Russell Brand is a genius and everyone should be a fan of him. Like, watch Russell Brand absolutely outsmart Bill Maher. I'm not saying that, but in my mind, it's like this dude had him on because he thought this dude's gonna be just a bumbling Brit, and guess what? It's like actually, blah 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 blah. It's like I didn't see that fucking coming.
Yeah, they look at him as like he's probably high right now. He's not gonna say anything important. Like, have you guys been watching his podcast or being on any other person's podcast? He knows he has a short amount of time.
Yeah, I know.
So he's gonna risk losing breath to say what he has to say. This will get us kicked off of YouTube.
La la, no, you don't hear it. You don't hear the music.
There's no Jay-Z playing right now. It's a neighbor. It's their ringtone. I don't know. Alright.
It's Deshaun Carter's.
Deshaun Carter.
No, it's GZ. GZ.
That'll get us kicked off.
GZ.
It's too close to Jeezy.
I've looked it up.
It's too close to Jeezy.
No, it's
and Jeezy.
No, it's too close to G-Eazy, man.
Oh, gotcha.
Never heard of him?
I don't know.
He heard of you,
but I already don't like it.
Okay, ready? Think of this. Like
you played one of his music videos.
Yeah, I played it's the asses bouncing in my face. That's what it is. It's kind of gross if you think about it. You know? It's like, why?
Would you befriend a person who owns a "Make America Great Again" hat?
Sure.
Oh, and by the way, be careful saying that. We've had a subscriber where his comments get thrown in the spam folder for using the letter
MAGA,
for saying MAGA.
I think in a way, me and you already do have a friend who does have one, or at least was going around saying Trump, Trump. I'll give you a guess. Strike three.
Don't say his name out loud.
I won't.
Is it the guy who's like when he's umpiring?
No, man. He struck out, hopped the fence, and sprinted down the street.
Oh, okay.
Fucking badass. But then I heard him going like, it was on a video. He was like, Trump, I can't hear you, Donald Trump.
Well, I've never seen anyone with that hat before. But if I did,
me either.
I would befriend them just to ask them questions.
Sure.
Like, you want to be friends? What the fuck does that mean on the top of your head? What does that mean?
Yeah, listen, I treat it as a symbol, you know?
Well, yeah, I understand what
here's the other
they're
thing,
trying
too.
to go back to the
I'm not
healthy
saying-
family life thing, but there's a lot of skeletons in that shadow that are hiding.
Yeah.
To where they see, like, let's say, like a gay pride parade. Like, that needs to go away, too. That's not what makes America great.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, what happened to freedom?
What the fuck? We're playing an old Yankee Stadium today. Here we are.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
do that
never
every
mind.
time.
It's a road game. I'm not doing that. My fault. Do that every time. Might as well.
and go
Looks
back.
better.
Just exit and go back. Yeah.
No, I did.
No, exit,
Too
and go
late.
back.
Too late.
Do you know what team you're playing?
Probably the other place I would love to play. Oakland. Them white shoes.
Yeah. I'd befriend anybody, man.
Oh.
As long as they're cool people. I would just have to scrutinize them for wearing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'd have to ask them why they're wearing a hat.
Trust me, I would say I consider myself friends with them. They said some fucking dumb shit. And I'm like, do you know where you are? Don't say that. Don't say that. First of all, it's wrong, but don't say that. It's like, why? I'm just talking about. I'm like, nope, don't do it. I'm like, what are you doing? I'll see you later, dude. I was like, I don't know who the fuck told him that's okay. It's like, who told you that's okay, man? Who patted you on the back and said it in a circle and no one called him out for it? And you said, "Oh, this is okay." You know, I'm a part of this group now. It's like no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. Yeah, anybody. You know.
Yeah. There needs to be more communication, like healthy communication, not just people yelling at each other. Which is this guy's on a megaphone.
This guy's a tool bag.
I'll give you $1,000.
He's a tool. He's a team player. Oh, fuck out of here. That does not happen. He's a team player. He looks like a tool bag. Just saying. Really. Yeah.
Let's hear more.
Sir, would you like to impeach Donald Trump? What if that led to civil war?
What?
Stop him right there.
It's like, listen,
That's the other part of it, man. It's like they turn into they're our enemy. They're getting in the way of our dream of America being great again.
Such a baby fucking argument. It's like, let's make America great again. We're already running off of the ignorance and you know, lack of understanding of where we are and what is this place, you know.
Yeah. But I have said before that I'm in support of a ideological civil war. If it's like
100%.
If it's non-violent, it's just warring ideas. I'm like, oh, let's hear.
I'm 100% in favor. Yeah. We're gonna break up the mass.
Why do anything stupid?
Might be the price. So you're willing to go to civil war? If avoidable, I'd rather not. Well, it'll happen if Trump gets impeached.
Oh,
That goes on his shoulders, yeah. So you would like to stop the stock markets from hitting records, stop the jobs from coming back, stop the repatriation taxes. You want to stop America from returning? No comment right now. So yes, okay. Why do you like President Trump?
Daughters.
So?
Okay. How much do you hate your own race? A lot or little? How many kids? Are you a big pedophile or part time?
Well,
you heard it here, folks. Like this dude's a fool, man.
Wow.
He's a fool.
It's like I don't know. Like I watch the conspiracy channel, Black Pilled. I watch his videos. I'm like you can't see why people call you guys like white supremacists or whatever that shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Nazis.
You can't see that. Why people do that? I can fucking see it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it at all.
I think on some subconscious level, it's a narcissistic thing. It's not as much as a white thing as it is. I need to be important.
But
type of shit.
But we are important. No, we are. We're important. Yes. We wait. We will hear first. That's right. It's my nation. We will look at me when I'm talking to you. What?
You're on.
The dude on the mic for Alex Jones' channel is a douche. What do you want me to do?
Watch this home run. Watch this ball go over the fence. Oh, what? They were cheering before that even happened. Did you hear the crowd cheering?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Aw, look. Whatever, fuck this game, man.
I don't mean to promote other channels, but you should check out Ping Trip. I think you guys would love the videos. The dude on the mic for the Alex Jones channel is a douche.
Yeah. Kinda is, man. It's like, here's the thing. I understand, you know, ignorance. The whole cognitive dissonance thing. Oh my god. The whole cognitive dissonance thing, and I purposely know there's a dead body in the room, but you know, I'm just gonna ignore it. That fucking irks me. Like, no mercy. I'll forgive them, you know. It's just that shit just makes me more angry. You know, the whole it's unforgivable. I'm like, actually, it is very forgivable. Because when we deny redemption, we deny humanity. Oh, they scored the first run. There's the guy that robbed you.
You hit a home run?
No, judge's error, right, in right field. Okay. And then ground ball. Ground ball, RBI.
Home run.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
He's a misogynist pig and a sexist.
How so?
He likes to grab people's pussy and brag about it.
So you don't think it...
Just mad frank about it. He's blatant.
Damn.
Just likes to grab pussy.
It's like...
He's a misogynist.
It's like you realize you're probably someone's mom, right? No, it's fucked up. It's like, it's locker room talk. And you think back to your high school friends, and you're like, if someone had a mic. You know? And like, Jordan, you were involved in that conversation. How could you? It's like, I don't know either. I'm left with the red with my with red paint on my hands, and there's on the wall, you know.
Once again, I understand there's guys like, you know, bigging themselves up, bragging and shit.
Yeah.
I can do this. See.
Guys, look.
It's just locker room talk.
Guys, look, I could suck my own dick. like what?
Like, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're probably a womanizer.
Yeah.
Just admit it.
Yeah.
Because then he can't be president. And if you expose all the fucking guys that run for president, it's like...
Yeah, just like the little heroes. You know, it's like, he cheated on his wife, he cheated on his wife, him. This dude had tunnels. Tunnels, you know? He traveled through tunnels, you know? Like...
I said there should be like a
Happy
screening.
birthday, Mr. President. That happened. That actually happened. Yeah.
There should be like natural like screening process. Like that guy might be a douche. Let's not let him be president. Like all the way from like 5th grade and shit. Like, kid's kind of douche.
Fuck.
Just keep an eye on him.
That's kind of with the whole stars. Oh, yeah. I think that Billy now has 5 stars. Well.
Speaking about home runs, why do my Chicago Cubs always get destroyed by the Milwaukee Brewers? Didn't they get, what's his name?
The Cubs? They got fucking Cole Hamels, man.
Nah, Brewers got Archer, right?
Yeah. No. Chris Archer got...
he's supposed to go to the Braves.
Archer's on the Pirates.
Oh, Pirates, fuck. Who went to the Brewers then?
Sauce Hamilton? You never heard it. I don't know.
Maybe that's who they were in talks with.
All I know is I wish they would change their uniforms.
Who?
Shit, Brewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I like the throwbacks with the glove.
I like that though.
Blue glove. That royal blue sun.
Yeah, check out those Korean teams. Man, that shit looks cool.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? The teams Eric Thames played for, like I don't know what it's called. What's it called? And that shit looks nice. Let me get a hat. I can't find one. I'm like, fuck.
What was I gonna say?
How the Braves.
I haven't been keeping up with like actual baseball.
Oh,
as far as like the season and shit like that.
This is cool now because they have on YouTube. Like, let's say you missed a game. There's these things called condensed game where you see like every out. So
yeah,
I watch those.
Yeah, he's a Yankees fan, right?
I root for them. I'm more of like I'm a fan of specific guys now, rather than I'm a diehard fan.
I'm a straight up Atlanta Braves fan.
But if it came down to it, I am a Yankees fan. Yeah,
we're in it this year. Oh, there we go.
It's true that rich people have an advantage with women?
It shouldn't be a president.
Excuse me?
Shouldn't be a president.
I mean, that was a leaked tape, a recorded conversation. Would you like all your conversations put out in public?
Sure.
You know, I'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
Sure.
Okay, so he said something that has absolutely nothing to do with policy. What do you don't like about his policy?
Out of the
What policy?
Having a border?
He cannot read his.
He's written multiple books. Hold on, what do you think about the travel ban? What do you think about the travel ban?
What the fuck is this shit?
I think they ought to ban you.
Why? I'm an American citizen. Hey, do you realize that the countries? Do you realize? So you'd be gone. Do you realize that the travel ban was actually from countries Barack Obama bombed?
Get your finger at him.
I'm just curious if you knew that.
Put your finger. Don't put your finger.
Do you know that Barack Obama bombed those countries?
Do not put your finger.
Yeah, I know. She's a good 4 or 5 inches taller. She got the reach advantage.
Damn, I just really, yo, she's like that farmer girl. She's like 6'1".
She's like, what? Get your finger out of my face.
Nah, she's like, you don't see how long her arms are? She's like, get out of the way at 80-inch reach.
Steps back and jabs.
No, it's. No, she's like the tall lanky dude that like has like just one jab's like, ugh. It's like, what's his name? Heavyweight champ.
Yeah, someone got jabbed and like KO'd.
No, I mean Wilder. That dude throws jabs at people and KOs people.
Has he?
He goes like this. It's like a straight jab.
I think he hurts people. I don't think he knocks
My
people
bad.
out.
He stuns people. It's like, oh.
That's Golovkin, man.
My bad, yeah.
Everything's a power shot.
Go ahead, keep playing it.
Who got knocked down by the jab when we were watching the UFC?
Oh, you mean fucking,
Who got...
Oh, do you mean fucking Silva? Where he's like...
That was a right hand.
Jab, whatever. No?
So the short overhand right. It was like that Ali fucking shit he did. Ali did the listing. Where he like stepped back from one and pop over the top.
Okay.
Where you don't see it coming. It was Cup Swanson, right?
Cup Swanson.
He got tagged by a jab and went down.
Yeah.
I was like, no way that hurt him. He must have slipped or something. But
he slipped, then that was it.
Yeah.
I think he got caught, right? But it wasn't like a fucking Mike Tyson overhand right or left hook, where you see their like head move, and you see the sweat like freeze in time, and it's in motion. It's, I don't know, dude, it's like you wet a towel, right? And then you hold the towel up on a clothesline, you smack, and you see the water go.
Yeah.
What?
His favorite player is Ken Griffey Jr. How'd you not fucking catch that?
Do you want to be in fucking first match? Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah.
Do you think Joshua will beat Ortiz?
Anthony Joshua.
He's fighting Ortiz?
Mm-hmm. Then after that, then it's Wilder, I would say. Finally.
The same Ortiz that Wilder beat up?
I don't know. Look it up.
It has to be. It's the only one I can think of contending. And he says Roy Jones Jr., greatest of all time. It's hard with Mayweather, man.
Okay, ready?
Mayweather, it's...
Just wait. If Mayweather was a middleweight, okay? Right?
Yeah.
Mayweather's a middleweight. I don't see Jones really beating him. Other than the whole freak athlete days where he's just like...
Jones in his prime was so fat. Like...
I saw the highlights, yeah.
Like, Mayweather wouldn't be able to throw a punch without the risk of getting caught.
Yeah, I know.
Even like Floyd will do this thing where he'll sort of creating distance and getting range, and he'll throw a jab to the body straight up. Roy Jones is...
I'm sure, but here's the thing.
Slap, left hook, leaping left hook.
Then there's like the whole entirety. It's like...
And he can touch you when you're done.
I'm sure. I've seen them, you know? All I'm saying is this. It's like, as time progresses, right? One guy was able to stay, you know, dominant.
That's different than that one, like, small...
Window? We're talking about the greatest.
Fair enough.
You know? Now, if we need the most dominant, like, dude ever, you know, that's different. They might, fucking...
Mayweather's the most dominant ever, too. Take the whole career.
I'm in a window. Like this.
That's Tyson and Jones.
Tyson.
But Jones faced better competition.
That's what I mean.
I'd say.
You could say, like, Tyson could have been, like potentially, like, the most, you know. Like this.
If he didn't lose
it's
the
tough
Buster
to say,
Douglas,
like you could say, like, who's the greatest pitcher of all time? Then someone says Pedro Martinez, right? But he had that window of a holy fuck, and then it got derailed by shoulder issues, you know, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
But then you have a guy like Roger Clemens who was good for like 20 years, you know? Or if someone said Randy Johnson, it's like, well, there was a good portion of his career where he wasn't that good, you know? Then there was like a good portion where he's like really good, you know? So it's weird, man. But the most dominant, like as far as that, it'd probably be Jones, dude. Like you said, like I don't think he ever really throws jabs, man. And I'm like, what? I didn't see like one in some of these highlights.
He would throw more of a leaping.
Yes, yeah.
Leaping left hook. Yeah. Yeah, he's not fighting Ortiz. He's fighting Alexander Povetkin.
I think he's roiding. He looks so like, and it's a compliment too. I mean, good for him, you know. But at the same time, it's like I feel like if I put Tyson in the ring with those guys, you know, like it's weird, dude. It's like, mind you, I haven't watched that many fights with Anthony Joshua, right?
That's a touch.
But I saw the Wilder fight. I'm like, how is this guy champion? Like, no offense to him, I'm sure he's like that dude. Like knocks people out, right?
Yeah.
But it's like weird because it's like I was so used to watching like guys like Mayweather fight people, you know, and it was basically,
well, there's
you're gonna have to beat him with skill.
Yeah, there's a time, basically that window of time, to where the lower weight classes were the prime guys.
Right.
You know.
But now it's like
Pacquiao's, Mayweather's.
Yeah, sure. But now I see that, right? I'm so used to seeing that. Or even even you MMA fights where you see guys like the technical guys, the technical fighters, and then I saw that boxing fight where it was Wilder versus who? Ortiz?
Yeah.
Cuba guy. Man, I was like, you guys are pros? Like
Ortiz looked okay.
No. I mean,
as
like,
far as skill wise, Wilder looked.
Well, here's what I meant. Here's what I meant.
A little bit more amateurish.
Here's what I meant. It's just the way some of that shit looked, you know? It's like, I always thought the champion was either like okay, he's adequate, but he has that monstrous, like, one area where he's like no one's better than him at, and that's how he fucking beats people, right? Or it's, this guy's the best in every area, you know? It's like, he might be the best in every area, but it's so, like, he's so good in every area where it just overwhelms people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if you're grading them, like, dude, this dude's like an A in every area, rather than like, but this guy he's fighting is an A in one area, but he's an A in everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like overall, you know what I mean? Like in a video game. But I was watching it and I'm like, why does this look, I don't know, dude. It didn't look crisp. He didn't look polished. It was so weird. And then he won.
He looked more like sticking to the basic, the 1-2 thing. He'll sneak. Like, I'm watching the fight. I'm thinking, you throw that check left hook when Ortiz starts wearing down, like coming in at you. If you have a little check left hook, that could be a lot for you.
Even Tyson, right? Tyson.
So, so Joshua has a lot more punch variety. He just looks... It's good that he's throwing them, but he just looks a little more awkward. But at the same time, Wilder's sticking to like a 1-2
Is he
approach.
gumpy?
Huh?
Is Joshua like gumpy?
I would just say he's not as crisp as like punch. Like if you watch like Canelo Alvarez throw punches, he looks crisp in every movement.
Yeah.
From every punch he throws, it looks like a crispness to it. Joshua looks like he has a little bit of awkwardness to it, to where it's like, I'm sort of learning these still. But he's big and strong and that shit.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's like, I feel like you could put like known heavyweights against those guys and they would have a good chance of winning, or maybe even going like, you don't belong here with me, you know? But then there's always the chance of, well, they're heavyweights and if you get clocked, then that's it, you know?
Let me make sure I got this right.
Like, I don't know. I always thought like a young Mike Tyson handle those dudes, you know. I mean, hey, I don't know. It just looks like it, you know. One guy looks very, very, very polished. Yeah. And he's fighting heavyweights. And he knocks those guys out. Like, and then this other guy's like, well, I'm big and strong and I don't look polished.
Alright, so I don't know if you know all these guys. Who's the best Puerto Rican champions? You know Miguel Cotto, right?
Cotto.
Felix Trinidad.
Heard of him, never.
And Hector Camacho.
Heard of him too, never.
Macho Camacho.
Not sure.
I don't know enough about Camacho, but Trinidad and Cotto I do. And out of those two,
Cotto's the only guy I know, that's why I'm not going to say anything.
Cotto has the skills over Trinidad. And it's like, I think he has the clear skills over Trinidad. And he was on it. He was on his way until
those fucking
hand
wraps.
Yeah. I keep forgetting fucking names.
Oh, fuckboy? Fuckboy raps?
A tall fucking dude. Shit.
Said he was borderline like what?
Pacquiao beat the fuck out of him. Shit. It'll come back to me. But
it'll come
yeah,
back
Trinidad,
to when it doesn't matter.
I'll give Trinidad the athleticism and power. I think Trinidad could clean guys up, but Cotto he looks like an expert in the ring. But Trinidad can knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or at least like hurt you to where you're fucked up. You're fucked for the rest of the fight. Yeah. Ah, yes. Margarito. Fuck.
I don't respect that. How do you not know?
Oh,
How do you not
They
know?
only sort of caught him with the Mosley fight. And they still fought after that, I believe.
I'd fight him still.
Yeah. But then, so it's not really known if he had raps on
Oh,
during
no,
the
it's
Cotto
not.
fight.
But then the suspicion is there. And when
yeah, Cotto's like, I'm sure you had some shit on your hands.
yeah, then he gets found out like later.
With the Mosley
And it's like,
fight.
it's like, come on, you know?
Yeah, and Cotto's face looked all marked up. It just didn't look right. But at the same time, it looked that way after Pacquiao too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, keep playing Chorus Boy.
In my face.
I'm asking you a question.
Redneck trash.
That's very sweet of you. You're a nice lady. I'm sure your family's really proud of everything you've accomplished.
Hey, do you guys really want a civil war?
He took the high road.
He took the high road.
Yeah, okay.
I'll look better if I do this.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I hate that crap, man.
Why they do that to worry?
Oh!
I was about to say, like, I hate when they you know it's gonna go fast.
We gotta find a way where they can see this.
Yeah. We'll look that up.
Yeah. Joe's like, yeah, I put him in the lineup today. Ha ha.
I was like, they always do this where I hate when they let you know it's gonna be foul, and it's like,
oh yeah, they fucking juke me, man. Look at this. He's like, ah. Let's watch that replay, man. Shit was awesome. Ah, they ruined it. It's like,
hit the.
oh shit! All right,
sweet.
Play it. Replay.
There you go.
Yes. Took the high road. No, he didn't, dude. You know who he reminds me of? All right. Whoever's listening.
Yeah.
Just wait. Whoever's listening, did you ever see Toy Story? Toy Story.
Are you asking me?
No, like whoever's listening, you know.
Mario.
Toy Story, you know the movie. You saw it, right?
I sort of remember it.
Okay. Remember Sid?
I don't know.
Imagine Sid with a tie and a mic. Just saying.
It says Cotto broke Margarito's orbital bone in the rematch.
Yeah.
And Margarito had to retire. And well, that's just adding to Margarito's style. he would just walk forward constantly. He'll take whatever punches are getting thrown at him. He'll just take the punches, and he'll try to walk through in order to hit you back. He was like a endurance, stamina type guy.
Look, they can put detail into this thing, right? But they can't put detail in this fucking swing, you know? That's brain damage. Not my fault.
If you impeach Trump, it'll be civil war. Is that what you want?
I bring you over me? Oh my god. Those all look at them. Look at them.
So,
all,
you realize that would be a civil war?
Are those all old women?
That would start a civil war.
There's a lot.
Talking complete and utter shit.
What's that?
You really are. You are talking complete and utter shit.
What do you think would happen if Trump was impeached?
Straight. Get your
Trump has appointed more women to his administration than any president in U.S. history.
No, he actually hasn't.
Obama has.
That doesn't mean it. Anybody could just do that.
What did he say?
I'm just gonna hire women now.
Oh, that doesn't mean shit, man. Alright, keep going. Yeah.
0 for 32, 3% GDP growth. I just gave you 2 facts. Give me one. Loser. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So another loser.
God, what a...
Here we go. Excuse me, ma'am.
Kind of weak.
Hey, ma'am. Would you like to impeach Donald Trump?
Oh, my God, would I love to impeach him with my bare black hands. Yes.
What if it led to a civil war?
Well, let me tell you something. I think the Civil War would be unionized against his ass. I don't think there's going to be much of a civil war more than what we're going through now. Look at this crowd. All of these people are united and unified under one.
What are they accomplishing?
Right now, I think they're accomplishing the fact that all of these people can come together in one accord. I think they're accomplishing a great deal.
Fuck.
What though?
They're accomplishing letting their voices be heard.
Fuck.
What?
I don't even know if I should read this.
Is it about me?
Nah.
It's about you. Let me read it.
The Sid looks like Rose Namajunas, and he has a... Fuck. We're telling Pat Barry you said that, and then you will become unemployed, deceased Mario Yamasaki.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm not even gonna look up any Toy Story shit
my
to confirm that.
Oh my god!
I like Rose too much. I will not even look up any type of Sid photos from Toy Story.
Sid photos!
To pollute my mind with and to corrupt my image of this awesome female fighter.
Dude, that's insane.
It's like, no. Don't do it.
Dude, Sid. Dude, I never heard that name before I saw Toy Story. I'm like, that's a name, Sid? Come on, dude. That's like the first guy I ever saw. Like, oh, that's the kid who's like 12 years old and he has braces and he's a jerk.
He's male Angelica from Rugrats.
Male, yeah.
Stupid toys. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you did. Look at him, dude.
I didn't see anything, Rose.
Look at him.
I promise.
Look at him, man.
Now I remember.
Look at his face, dude. That's Rose, man. Come on, look. When she beat Joanna, staring down at her ass. Oh, it's only when she's like that. Only then. Oh,
well, Joanna, you're my new favorite female fighter now. Thank you. Thanks, unemployed Mario Yamasaki.
Misha Tate's still my favorite.
You ruined Rose for me.
Oh, she's still cool, man.
Yeah, like butter.
Like butter. It's like, what? Play that next. That shit was funny. I was like, fucking gangster.
Women have had enough of the inequality, the disparities, the glass ceilings, the sexual harassment and molestation. Look what's going on. I mean,
so, but what is?
If you can practice answers, practice responses before they even happen like that, it's like, man, both of you guys are like controlled dialogue. We know what you're gonna say now. We know what he's gonna say now.
Look, I don't like it when someone says something like that, and then it's just, well, I don't really know what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, you're part of the problem. Anybody that does that shit, I'm guilty. I did that before. You know?
Oh, fuck.
What happened? What did he say?
I will turn this chat off.
What did he
turn
say?
the chat off.
Give me.
He said, Joanna looks like a pterodactyl.
Oh my god! Oh my god! A pterodactyl, man! Holy fuck. Dude,
actually, I remember our first...
Yeah, I said she looked like a cancer patient. Dude, she had her weight... She was weight cutting, and she looked like...
Talking about Rose.
Yeah. She had that weight cut going on, and I'm like, oh shit, this chick has her head shaved. I'm like, she looks like a fucking cancer patient. Hey, I'm just being honest, right? Then like that, then the day of the fight, it's like, oh no, now you're like all filled and shit with water, so you don't look like it anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking Conor McGregor looked like a goddamn cancer patient. He's fighting at 145. He's like, ah! Then he falls asleep right after he gets behind. You know? He's like, ah.
All right.
It's like fucking crazy, dude.
Alright, who's next? Claudia, you're my new favorite female. Just going through the straw.
Dude, I'm telling you. Misha Tate will come out of retirement.
Are you reading that or are you guessing?
No, I'm not reading it.
Let's finish up this
I'm
video.
looking at pictures of Rose, man.
Oh, that's Joanna.
Oh, my bad. Oh, nah, dude. Here, no, you know what she reminded me of? I want him to tell him. Fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings, where she was like this. I was like, yo, get her head shaved, or have like 3 hairs on her head. I'm just saying, get her hunchback, have 3 hairs on her head. She looks like that. What?
The Last Witch Foundation granted Rose the featherweight.
The Last Witch Foundation. Fuck.
It's my wish. Alright, let's finish the video.
Got to do with Trump.
It's
because I think that I believe in my heart that being a native New Yorker here for 54 years, Trump is, in fact, a white supremacist. And I believe that his hatred has penetrated cells that have been sleeping for years.
Who the fuck told her that?
Whoever did, she definitely convinced herself of it.
Even the people that are like
convinced herself to bring tears to her eyes.
Even the people like, Trump is the man. Like, who the fuck told you that was okay? Who told you? Both of you. Both sides. Shame on you, you know?
Yeah.
And it has awakened a dangerous, dangerous, ugly hatefulness in this country. I don't think things can get any worse.
I think people subconsciously want that to be the case, so they can
have the common enemy. Enemy.
I think it's to express this, like, I was there when we fought the good fight and won.
Yeah, bitches, home run.
It's going fast.
No, it's not. That's a gone. That's gone. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's like, my name's Didi. I
pimped it.
He's like, gosh darn it.
Now you're good, Mario.
What happened?
No, I just said dark shit. My bad. But
dark? No, I like it. I like it.
No apologies. It's like butter.
It's called. We can't say that. We can't say this here, Johnson. What will they think?
You're good as long as you don't put Jay-Z lyrics in the chat room and get us kicked off of YouTube.
Again.
By proximity.
I like your podcast, but no exceptions. Oh shit! Look at that. He's like, I don't think that's even like there for him.
What?
As like a home run thing after he hits it.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
That's fucking badass. If I'm making Barry Bonds, I'm just gonna give him that stance. I don't give a shit. It's It's much better. Or a Barry Bonds character.
Doesn't even look like. Yeah, whatever.
Come on.
It can only get better from here. Once
What are you? So what has Trump done that's so bad?
What hasn't he done?
All right. Well, let me say what he has done. He's had now black unemployment is at a record low. Did you know that?
And that was all in the works before he got into office.
No.
Well, I don't want.
Black unemployment hit a record high under Obama.
I'm not aware of that. I can tell you right now.
But that's true.
If you want to focus on black unemployment, that's fine. But
you were saying he was a racist, so I was just disproving you. No. He appointed Ben Carson and he appointed Jerome Simpson.
Where are they now?
They're in the White House.
Doing what?
Working for the country.
Last time you heard from Ben Carson was when he was nominated. You haven't heard from what has he done?
No, he was just in the White House on Monday honoring Martin Luther King.
Exactly, but what has he done?
No, he just discovered billions of dollars that were misappropriated in the housing and urban development.
Okay.
So,
and
yeah, so
what has he done? Because right here, the housing department in New York City Housing Authority has no heat, no housing.
That's Mayor de Blasio. Mayor de Blasio is a piece of trash.
Well, that's your opinion. I don't feel that way about Mayor de Blasio. I believe Trump is the shittiest piece of trash that it could ever be created.
So the stock market record highs is bad?
Exactly.
He doesn't know how to spell whack job.
It's spelled T-R-U-M-P.
Let me tell you. If you impeach Trump,
look at that!
And you spell whack job, you spell racist, you spell white supremacist. T-R-U-M-P.
Can you spell propaganda?
T-R-U-M-P. That's all he spews. If Trump says he didn't do it, chances are, believe me, he did.
I'm just looking at the results. Record stock markets, record unemployment, welfare record lows, repatriation of funds coming back here. I mean, so those are good things.
Those are great. But you know what we women are looking at? We women are looking at the fact that he has sex with underage girls.
Negative. Not true.
He has molested women.
Do you know that President Trump has appointed more women?
She brought up the sex with underage girls.
Yeah.
I wonder if she brings up the name Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Pedophile Island. Look.
Women.
Ruined it.
Hold on. President Trump has appointed more women to his administration than any president in the U.S. history. Do you know that? He's appointed more women than any president in U.S. history.
I doubt that very serious.
Right, well, that's a real story, so you can look that fact up.
How do you call off of work for a protest? Where do they get these statistics? And how do you keep track of this? In my job applications I used to write out there. Well, first of all, it's his job, I guess. I hope he had. Well, it's half his job to learn.
Here's the thing:
it's
it's his job, right, to keep track of this shit that's going to propel his idea
of Trump
to the top.
Yeah,
and that's it.
He just needs to study whatever makes Trump look good. Unless Alex Jones says otherwise. No offense. And I don't think she really has any stats on hand.
To be fair, I see him. It's like I get a feeling where he's trying to sound like Jones.
Yeah. Definitely sounds like his cadences.
Yeah. Alright, keep going.
Alright, let's march on. Wow. Hey, let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something. You think I have white privilege, huh? Yeah. You know what? You're a racist.
That's Cece?
You're a racist. No, you're a racist.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, because you're judging me by my skin. How do you like that?
I didn't judge you by your skin.
You said I have white privilege.
What you were
You don't even know me.
Really? Are you really going to record me now?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
You called me a white privileged person, so why am I white privileged?
You seriously?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you because
because you know it's fake. You just judged me on my skin color because you're a racist. Thank you for showing you're a racist. This is hilarious.
Oh, man. Hey, to be fair, don't fucking say it if you're not prepared to defend it, you know?
Yeah.
So, hey.
This is hilarious. Who?
The book, his wife, Ivana, the first wife, said that...
This is hilarious. Hey, guys, Ivana Trump has done like 10 television interviews in the last 2 weeks speaking highly of Donald Trump. It's amazing.
But in the book before he ran for president, she claimed he raped her.
No. Did you read the book?
Yeah.
What's it called? What's it called?
None of your business.
Yeah, you didn't read it. You're a liar. You're a liar. Jobs have been leaving this country.
Okay, let's see if I can get a freeze frame on this video.
What's it called?
None of your business.
Yeah, you didn't read it. You're a liar.
Fuck.
No. Did you read the book?
Yeah.
What's it called? What's it called?
None of your business.
Yeah, you didn't read it. You're a liar.
He's like, oh shit. I didn't read it either.
Yeah. I can't say she's wrong.
You're a liar. Jobs have been leaving this country for 30 years, and they're now coming back for the first time in decades.
They aren't coming back. And first of all,
really?
they weren't replaced by Mexicans or Muslims
really? Okay, so
or immigrants.
so
my friend.
Apple.
They were replaced by automation, which is an inevitable trend.
Oh, yeah.
You can't reverse
So
that trend.
Apple
You're not gonna bring
repatriating
jobs back that are replaced by artificial intelligence.
Right.
It's
So
not gonna
Apple
happen.
repatriating $380 billion. That didn't happen?
You're just trying to set me up, and I don't even know what you're talking about.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't have any facts. You just have
but
you just have feelings and
you
issues.
You just said jobs have been leaving for the past 30 years.
And that's true.
And now they're coming back.
And that's true.
In what sense are they coming back?
I literally just told you. This is amazing. I just explained my argument. This guy asked you to make an argument. Okay, how many times do I have to repeat facts to these people? Christy Teigen. She quotes
facts.
It's like, dude, you made an argument. Answer the question. Answer the argument. It's like, what if most of those jobs are just automation? Machines coming back to America.
She quotes an alcoholic supermodel. Great job. Yeah, real intellectual Chrissy Teigen is. What a joke.
What's that?
Oh,
How much
shit.
debt does Apple have?
Oh, I'm not sure. Why?
Because they borrowed money against the money that was overseas. And when they brought this money back, they're going to pay their debt off first, right? So they have...
So who are they in debt to? Who are they in debt to?
You don't understand. They borrow...
I'm asking you a question. Who is Apple in debt to?
To people who hold their debt.
U.S. banks?
He still hasn't answered that question.
I know.
About the automation thing. Oh, shit.
See, if I was ever...
Bingo, U.S.
If I ever, like, got confronted that dude, he would just pull the... Answer my question. You don't know. You don't know anything. It's like, come on, dude. I don't, you know... We just go with what makes the most sense here, you know?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Like, just running up on people.
Now, if I had...
Not even thinking about their shit, and you're asking questions.
If I had, like, a... If it was me, Ryan Dawson, and Tessarian, on some talk show, it's an hour long. Well... well. Oh, and Corbett. And, the same progressive. I'd probably replace me with you because you'd be able to say it properly with words.
And I'm bringing Jimmy Dore just for
the
fire.
You mean Aaron Boone?
Just to light the fire.
You mean Aaron Boone?
It's like, what the fuck?
Aaron Boone, man.
Whatever.
They're clones.
Banks, got you.
Why you are pro-Trump? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. It's
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you.
That's a great question.
What?
Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you support Trump?
I would like a president that puts America first. So that means instead of having funds and manufacturing jobs go to other countries, we keep them in America. He's already done that. Companies like Apple have repatriated over $300 billion back into the economy. You've got Ford, you've got car companies, you've got Foxconn all announcing that they're going to have manufacturing plants in the United States. So this has led to record low unemployment levels in Hispanics, in blacks. It's led to wages going up. So that's why I like Trump. There's a few reasons.
That's it? That's it?
Jobs.
Money, infrastructure. Money, jobs, not... You know, I would have respected, well, he's not corrupt. No, it's... He puts us first. Meh. He puts us first. It's like, we're so lost.
I have no idea who he was talking about.
Who?
Some Teigen lady?
Chrissy Teigen?
Yeah, who's that?
Singer's wife. Ever see Lip Sync Battle?
I've heard of it. Never watched
it. It's that girl that's always in the corner, doesn't do that much. She just stands there, looks pretty. That's about it. I think. I'm probably wrong.
Hooray for her.
I'm not hip with the mainstream names and shit, you know. Yeah, she said a name, it rung a bell. I'm like, I think I heard that. Go ahead.
Wow, what about some of the other stuff? The economy was doing better before.
So okay, thank you. Oh, it was doing better before. The economy was doing better before, even though it just hit all records. Somehow a record is not better than before. Wow, wow. We reach new levels of stupidity every
he
time.
He needs to run into like Brock Lesnar or something like that. He's like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Then he'll just use the law.
Yeah.
That he's fighting against.
You can't fight me. It's illegal. And dude, I'm rich. I'll spend a night in jail. Means I get to ring your little neck. You know. Go ahead, play it.
Guys, I'm gonna punch his legs out and break both his legs, just so you know it's not attempted murder, okay? Technicality.
Guys, I'll choke him out. Don't worry.
World Series of Gambling.
Yeah.
What is his name? Like Ronnie Quills.
Ronnie Quills.
Ronnie Quills Dinkins.
Ronnie Quills Dinkins.
Notice how Quills shoots him in the kneecap.
No.
You won't get attempted murder
It's
for
like,
that.
It's like.
These people, it's unbelievable.
Family is from.
What? What? Why can't you just give Trump credit for what he's done?
Because I don't agree with you, but
But you disagree with facts. That's what you're saying. You
She's like a sweet old. I just.
Let me see.
You don't listen to facts. It's like,
go back. Let me see
savage.
that. Let me see that, dude.
because I don't think
people, it's unbelievable.
your family is from.
What? What? Why can't you just give Trump credit for what he's done?
Because I don't agree with you, but
But you disagree with facts. That's what you're saying. You disagree with fact.
He's been giving us fake news.
Name it. Name what fake news?
What fake news?
She's such like a child. But it's been fake.
What? No.
What fake news?
No, it's.
Hold this microphone. The fuck?
No, it's this. It's. But.
What? What is it? I know.
It's like Vince McMahon going, tell me.
Like,
do it.
Is this harassment?
Look at her, man. Fuck. I feel bad. Go ahead.
Like, more people voted for him than voted for Hillary? Like,
He won the Electoral College.
yes, but that's not.
You know who she reminds me of? She's like an older version of that one girl from American Pie. Hi. You know, I just, from Buffy.
Ah,
Yeah.
Allison.
Yeah.
Hannigan.
She, in the movie, she's kind of quiet. And she's like, I'm just going to go to my shell now.
It's not what I just said. You're making it up. Where's your family from?
What does that matter? Where's your family from?
And where when did your family come to America?
Well, actually, the Schroyers, which my last name, originally came here in 1737 from Germany, and they lived in Pennsylvania, and they were farmers for about 100 years.
He's all full-bred American.
We were here for a long time. It's like, you know, both of my family showed up here on a boat, I think. You know?
Shouldn't it be about your character?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Like, so you chose that, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I carry my family's baggage. That's right.
Great. Mine came in 1757 to Long Island.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
So cool. So both our families came here legally.
I think these guys get stats from fortune cookies.
my Irish family did not.
That's what
Wow, you know what happened to the Irish in America? They were made slaves.
Yamasaki says.
Excuse me?
Oh, you didn't know about that history, did you?
What did he say?
Slaves.
The Irish in America made
did
slaves.
not necessarily.
Wow, you know what happened to the Irish in America? They were made slaves.
Excuse me?
I saw gangs in New York.
You're a lukewarm.
Oh, you didn't know about that history, did you?
No Irish need a.
You know, for a woman, you know, I don't know how old you are, but you're older than me. Maybe you should read a history book.
Excuse me?
You're excused. Let's go.
Oh my god, dude! This dude is assertive. Here, I don't mean this in a good way. This dude's a savage, man. I'm not praising him. Like, dude, you're savage, bro. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking savage. Like, what's wrong with you?
Dude.
Like, what are you doing?
In my head, the Stone Cold song. Like, he walks out, stuns him, and then leaves.
It's
just
it's
on the ground.
It's
and shit.
Son, can you help me? I can help you cross hell. It's like, damn, dude, look what he did. Oh,
I
you.
gotta go there and like restart.
All right.
Many, my
Look at her lip
Irish
quiver.
family did not necessarily.
Wow, you know what happened to the Irish in America? They were made slaves.
Excuse me?
Oh, you didn't know about that history, did you?
No Irish need.
You know, for a woman, you know, I don't know how old you are, but you're older than me. Maybe you should read a history book.
Excuse me?
You're excused. Let's go.
What the fuck,
man? Oh my god, man! Oh my god. Who says that?
This is that.
What an asshole, man.
That is.
You're older than me. Maybe you should read a history book. Holy fuck. Look at his face.
That is. Yeah, I know.
Come on.
This is like, punch me. Punch me. Punch me.
It's like, look, it's like this. It's like, here, do it. Listen, here's a knife. Go ahead. Stab me in the face. Stomp on my face. Do it. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Punch me.
Fuck. Fucking. What the
Okay,
fuck?
okay. You gotta play one more.
You're excused. It's like, what?
No, excuse me.
Shut up.
You're excused. You gotta play one more. You gotta play one more, man. One more.
One more.
Why does it look like he belongs on a PBS show? You know what I mean? Look at his face. Look at the colors. The paint. You know.
He looks high right here.
He looks.
This guy looks high.
Yeah.
Nah, that's it, man. I'm done.
Oh, come on.
I'm tired.
One more.
I'm tired.
Well, that doesn't sound right. One more. I'm tired. Come on.
Come on. Do it.
Do it.
Nah, that's it.
You'll pay for your lack of vision.
I tap.
Hey, dude, you don't understand.
Mario waves it off.
Nah, dude, no, your arms are disabled.
I'm Sage North cutting it.
No.
Premeditated tapping. Just he wakes up from his sleep. Like, oh.
Nah, dude, it's either you pass out or you're still going. That's how it works.
Nah, I tapped out already.
No, you didn't. This is street. No. Fine, fuck it. End it. End it. End it.
2.5 hours. It's pretty good.
So? I didn't reach that Tessarian level of 10.
Oh, he didn't do 10 hours straight.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did.
It's you just being a fanboy.
I'm not being a fanboy. It's called a whole day's worth of thing, you know? Not one fucking him staying at that podium. I'm not first my fanboy. Him staying at that podium. I don't think anyone's ever done that. 10 hours.
Breaks, man. They take breaks.
That's what I meant. A whole day's worth.
They might even come back different points of the different days of the week.
Fanboy.
All right. Either way, we are done here. I'm ready to fall asleep. I need to take a shower. Just lifting weights.
Well, guess what? I lifted spirits today.
And Owen Schroyer picks on old women.
It's like he picked on like someone's mom.
I know.
Fuck you, dude.
Excuse me? You're excused.
No, it's no. He said, "Listen, you're older than me. You should." Dude, that's like he practiced that.
He's been giving us fake news.
Name it. Name what fake news?
What fake news? Like what? More people voted for him than voted for Hillary.
Oh.
Like
He won the Electoral College.
Yes, but that's not what I just said. You're making it up. Where's your family from?
What does that matter? Where's your family from?
Interested in where your family? When did your family come to America?
Oh, actually, the Schroyers, which my last name, originally came here in 1737 from Germany, and they lived in Pennsylvania, and they were farmers for about 100 years.
All right, peace out. Peace out. Unemployed Mario Yamasaki. Thank you.
I almost did this because of Jay-Z song. I'm like,
oh.
I mean,
JG's.
No, I mean, fuck it. It was Jay-Z song. That's right. Sue me. Sue me.
Peace out, man.
Sue me.
Alright, ready? What? Ah.
1757 to Long Island.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
Cool. So both our families came here legally.
Can I take this out?
My Irish family did not necessarily.
Wow, you know what happened to the Irish in America? They were made slaves.
Excuse me?
Oh, you didn't know about that history, did you?
Here it comes.
No Irish need a.
You know, for a woman, I don't know how old you are, but you're older than me. Maybe you should read a history book.
Excuse me?
You're excused. Let's go.
What the fuck was that? You're excused. Let's go. It's like, we're not making a video about this guy.
Dude, he said, for a woman who's older than me, you should read a history book. Excuse me?
Excuse me?
No, it's, excuse me? You're excused. Let's go.
It's like, somebody had to be
imagine if he said the Florio. Like, what? No, he'd do this. He'd go. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm tired. That is it. Peace out.
Oh fuck, I name dropped his ass. Damn it. I mean Flo Rio, the rapper from Atlanta, Georgia.
Peace out. Comment. And if you made it this far into the video, give it a thumbs down. Fuck. I didn't even get there yet.